Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Syfax, for another night. Is it too much Syfax? Too much this week? I'm not sure. I'm gonna find out this week while I'm streaming like all the time. Hopefully, the mic still sounds good. Sometimes, I've jumped on some other streams, and like sometimes it fades in, sometimes it fades out. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it just sounds like it normally does, or I'm probably too loud. But if people met me out in Vegas, they'd realize that my voice is actually very low. So I have my mic like boosted to the nines. Like that thing is fucking like it's really, really fucking loud. Like comparatively to where like if you meet me in person, I'm not loud at all. Like I almost have to like overly project to where it would almost hurt my voice to talk to people. But yeah, let's see here. I don't know why I stay up at 3 a.m. to watch you. Look, I don't know why anybody stays up this late. Look, I've been doing these. As far as these late night ones go, these are actually just in line with what would basically happen if a DA was still streaming right now. Like I'm not sure if he's back next week or the week after. So I'm kind of just filling in the times where a lot of people would ask for like after parties and. I'm doing my normal schedule where Thursdays I go and I see a movie, and then normally from like 10 to 12 we'd probably be talking on DA streams for the nightcaps, and that's why I've been calling these caps or whatever. Just man, it's just it whatever. It's a throwaway thing to towards what those streams would be. And then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the movie that I saw. And then there's also some other stuff with like Andor, and there's some Pedro Pascal stuff that's been going around. And we'll see we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it's been going because like every night, like people have actually been showing up, which just like you just said, as you're saying right here, Sherry. I don't know why I stay up till 3 a.m. I don't know why people show up either, but I've been loving it. I've been having a great time, and I like to talk to all the people. I try to talk to the people in the chat. I also give a lot of people in the chat an opportunity to jump on if they want to jump onto the stream and talk. Like I feel like I used to want to be able to do that when I was watching streams and stuff. Like I mean, I still watch streams, but that a lot of them don't give you the opportunity. They do like the member stream stuff, which is maybe it's a thing in my future. Like if my channel ever gets big enough to where I almost kind of need to do stuff like that. Then obviously yes, it's like yeah, I'm gonna need to condense some of the ideas that are out there right now, but it's I find it kind of appealing, or at least, hey, like, look, if you're gonna come on and or say what you want, either a for and or against, or if you have your like like a totally different a different opinion on whatever is being talked about. I feel like I'm literally giving the chat an opportunity to go ahead and talk about it. And so, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how many other channels out there do that or whatever, other than when they do their like member streams like once a month. And some of those people, I mean, you've seen me even like almost, I don't yell at DA, but I bring it up to him. I'm like, dude, you've been saying you want to do this and you're not doing it. Like, do it. People want to talk to you, man. Like, and I like to talk to the people. So I want to keep it like, let's see here. Let's just see somebody, well, a couple of you guys have actually kind of said like, oh, you keep it real. Yeah, so it's like you keep it real. That's what keeps you awesome. And see, I appreciate the hell out of that, and I'm trying to just do that. And yeah, I'm trying to do that while also there's been times where people are like, oh, Syfax speaks the word of like the chat or whatever, which I appreciate. I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. I didn't realize the little bit that sometimes of what I say on some of these streams, because I'm probably more silent person or whatever. Like I don't say all that much. I just feel like when I jump in, I say something that I hope people either resonate with or they have like it connects with them or whatever. And then now that I've been doing these streams a lot more, it's like okay, it allows me to, I don't know, speak my piece a little bit more without it's not that you're being silenced on other people's stuff. It's like you're not trying to overtalk like six to seven, eight other people or whatever is going on. And it makes it hard to I don't know, get your point across without all of a sudden a bunch of people jump in and it gets kind of crazy, you know. You're one of the few that champions the notion that chat is absolutely king. You got like, I mean, I've been a part of the chat for the last probably over 5 years, and then like I was more of like a lurker for like what they call like a lurker for a while because I would just I'd put on like that was kind of my day. I was either listening to like like Audible books or like some type of audio book in general, usually on Audible or something. Oh my god, sorry. So I'd be listening to something like that, and then or whatever time certain streams would be on. I'd be like, okay, well, I know this will be on for 2 hours. This will be there, and so I'm like, okay, cool. I can jump on and listen to this, and then when those die, when those streams end, I can listen to my book again, and I would go back and forth between stuff like that. And now that I'm actually kind of a part of it, or like I'm kind of doing some of this stuff, it's interesting trying to find like where my time slot would fit in or like where people would want to fit in or like people that would actually watch and stuff. Obviously I've been doing these kind of late. Obviously this is like for me it's a midnight stream. And this would be the time when like probably Da would probably be ending his nightcap stuff. So I'm just following along with that schedule. But I'm going to try to find a time, probably a lot earlier, like whatever I can make work on a consistent basis. But for this week, it's just that'll be this tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be, or like it'll be obviously this time tonight, or I guess this morning, depending on where you're at. And then from there, it'll be let's see here this weekend. Maybe I'll try and do some stuff like earlier this weekend. Like I'm always thinking about just streaming every day just to get in like maybe an hour or two and see what time people show up to kind of gauge what time, I don't know, people want to watch stuff on like about my stuff, like my, like I guess my fans or the people who watch some of the stuff that is around. Like I don't know. It's hard to gauge because this is the first week that I went ahead and now I have StreamYards and stuff, so I can like I have like infinite hours now, and it's kind of weird because before I was like juggling like how much time I can use here or there, and because of awesome people like Jeff or Terrace and Dragon Master, like a lot of the people you've seen donate in chat and everything, like because of those people, I've been able to go ahead and get StreamYards, and well, now I can kind of do it like all the time, anytime, whenever I have free time, which I think is a like that's a great thing. It's just a matter of like, is there enough topics to talk about? I don't want to just go live just to go live, just to sit here and like bullshit. Even that I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my streams end up just being me just like ranting and raving about whatever, and so it kind of works out anyways. But I like to at least have a topic or two, and with that being said, I have a topic or two tonight, which is going to be The Accountant 2, which I did see tonight. And then the other thing is talking about like Pedro Pascal, talking about J.K. Rowling. And yeah, but if other people jump on and they end up talking or they end up, you know, having other opinions on whatever they want to talk about. I try to keep things going until maybe I get a guest or two. The invites are open, and yeah, from there we shall see. But yes, I believe I see somebody joining in the backstage as we're going right now, and you know what? This was him leaving the FNT meetup.
Turn around and tell those people, I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
I said women. With that being said, what's up, T? How you doing? Hey, I'll get new clips and funnier clips later. Don't worry about it. Like I'm gonna reuse some of
I
a lot
would
of the same
appreciate
ones.
it. I would really appreciate it if you didn't do that, please. I'm asking you. I'm asking you, one adult to the next, not to do that. That's
If you think of a clip that's actually funny and you want to like let me know
how
from like a
about no
movie or
clips?
something.
How about no clips? I'm just
Hey, come on,
hey,
they're
what's up?
funny, man. It's a
Yeah.
YouTube trope. It's just a YouTube trope.
Nah. It's like yawning.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people appreciate it. T kicked himself. I don't know what happened there. How apparently he's gone. I had like my hands are free. Like unless I did that shit with my mind, he'll come back. And when he comes back, I might hit him with that clip again just to piss him off. Like I won't do that. I won't do that. But let's see here. So, well, when T comes back, we'll probably. I'm not sure if he actually saw The Accountant 2 tonight. I don't know if he's even seen The Accountant 1. If you've seen the first Accountant movie, then we could talk a little bit about that. Other than that, like I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and play the trailer for it, and I think I have it's like a 3-minute trailer for it that was released, and I'll go like 30 seconds at a time, like how a lot of the times when we're watching stuff like that. But then I'll go ahead and talk. I'll talk about The Accountant 2, but I'm not going to spoil anything in it. I'll just say what I liked about it because I will say this even if maybe people don't want to hear what I even have to say about it. I will say this as an easy whatever. Like I did like the movie. I had a good time watching the movie. So yeah, Syfax chat links. Jeff, so you want to jump on? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link into the chat. And you guys have seen me do this before. Usually Jeff A that's the way that he joins. I will say this though, if you're not normally invited, like you'll be able to join, you'll be in the background, but I might not invite you on. But as far as this has been going, or like the way that I usually do things, more than likely the 11 people watching right now are probably people that I wouldn't mind having on the chat at all. So that's not a big deal. So here you go. Bam. It's in the chat there, Jeff. Go ahead and join. And then and we got T back.
All right. Technical difficulties. Sorry, y'all. Shit. All right. Driving and trying to do too many things at once.
It's all good, man. Like your cooking with tea streams have been going good, man. Like how you been feeling about those? I meant to jump on to join last night, but I watched Tombstone, and I forgot how long it's been since I watched Tombstone, and I got like fully engrossed in that movie. I was just like, this movie's fucking awesome. It was so good. Like the dialogue is great. I was just like, oh my god! I forgot how long it's been since I watched it, and I'm watching it for a stream that I'm going to be on Monday, and stuff. But yeah.
Do you remember when the other one came out too? There was Tombstone and the other one that Kevin Costner did. both about Wyatt Earp. I don't know if it was a Wyatt Earp
don't-
summer, man, but it was really good.
I didn't see. I don't know if I saw that one. The other big Western movie that I remember is Unforgiven, like
yeah, it was a great movie.
with Clint Eastwood Clint Eastwood. Like, gee, like that movie's fucking awesome. It's so
movie,
good.
man. Good movies. You don't get good Westerns anymore, but you know, that one was really good. How about Cowboys and Aliens? Wasn't that good?
Oh man, no, that had potential to be good. It had there was it could have been interesting, and then they like threw themselves out their own window. Like, it was
That
crazy.
was Favreau feeling himself, man. Favreau was like, "Yeah, man, I just got off of Iron Man. I got it, man." And that, you haven't seen that kid that played
So
Avatar since.
I got a clip of T doing cooking with T here.
What up, suckers? It's Gangsta Chef, aka Thug Peach, and today we got another delicious recipe for your bitch ass: chicken parmesan, chicken titties, chicken babies, that Tony Soprano, Canada Hansel and Gretel, Italian dandruff, vampire bullets, marinara balls, all types of spice
Vampire bullets.
powder. Give them bitches a reduction. Flatten them bitches out. Ain't nothing worse than having a D cup size titty over here and then an A cup size titty over there. One time my mama told me to take the chicken out the freezer and I forgot. She beat the shit out of me. So two-hand technique. Use DOP or I'll POP a cap in your ass. Or that bitch is. If the glove don't fit, then you a bitch. Like, what the fuck is a tomato? Is it a fruit or a vegetable? Tomato, the only non-binary ass plant out here. You just gotta crush it. Like when you take a big girl home and she get on top and you can't breathe, shit, you be so happy to feel all that ass and them titties in your face. You be like, what I need oxygen for? Put your tomatoes in the pot. Let's simmer down now. Boom. It's baked, bitch. Ooh, that's that loud right there. A little dash of that sweet crystals. Let that bitch stop bubbling. Hansel and Gretel powder. Who the fuck just got a pocket full of breadcrumbs? None of these stories make sense. There's bears out here having beds and houses and cottages and shit. I know a crackhead story when I hear it. Time. As in, it's time to get your bitch ass in the bowl. That potato starch gonna make it extra crispy. Like your lips when you've been hitting the blunt instead of hitting the Burt's Bees. This ain't that green can your mama used to have in the refrigerator. It's that bougie shit. Pecorino Romano in there. Usually when you got people in stations building the product, you gotta have them all butt naked in there. But ain't nobody stealing from a gangster's kitchen. But God, use the wet hand, dry hand technique. You know wet hand, dry hand. One hand get wet, the other works the mouse. Olive Garden, you might be family, but when you in the kitchen with me, you a real G. You need that pan to come up the heat. Hurry the fuck up. I don't know how black people are the only ones that got stereotype of fried chicken. Italians fried chicken. Koreans got that shit that hit. Hey, Mexicans, fry up that pollo, cuz. Lay them bitches away from you so the oil don't splash on you, have you screaming like a little bitch. You want your chicken delicious, golden, brown.
Okay. When I saw this guy, I was like, dude, this is straight up cooking with tea right there. There you go. I specifically saved it just so I could show it to you, man. It's so good. Uncle T is not impressed. He's not impressed at all.
No.
Oh my god. With that being said, hold on. We got Jeff A from the chat is joined the stage. What's up, Jeff A? How you doing, man?
Just saying hi. Great cooking video. Really sick.
Yeah, you know, the chat liked it. You know, like, it was for tea, but at the same time, like, I saw a bunch of people laughing their ass off. Like, good. That's what those videos are for. Maybe they're not always for the people that they're aimed at. It's for the chat. You know, the chat that, like I was saying earlier, chat is king. And as long as the chat likes what's going on, then by all means, I will find more and funny videos to play for the chat. Let's go. Like, that's awesome. You know. Oh my god, like when I saw that, I was just like, the first thing I thought of, I was just like cooking with tea, like this, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, tea doesn't sound like that at all. Like it's totally like not tea at all. But I was like cooking with tea, and then you see like that video, complete opposite type of thing. Whatever tea actually does to make meals or whatever. And he's funny in his own way, but it's different. It's a different thing. It's not like a freaking Instagram bullshit post, whatever. But when I saw it, I was like, oh man, this is. I think the first time I saw that clip was right after T started doing his cooking with T streams, and I was just like, this is just kismet at this point. Like this is matched up in perfect unison for the unit. Like the universe sent me this video, and I need to show it to the rest of the people who watch some of us.
No, we completely destroyed the chat. They loved the cooking with tea video, and they loved the ridiculousness of the video you just shared. It was awesome.
Hey, and just in case you're worried, T, I didn't record that video. It's not going to be a clip. That's a one and done thing. You won't have to see it again. I'll find a funny clip to introduce you in. Like that's not a
I don't need a clip.
stupid movie.
I don't need a clip. Just
nobody needs a clip, but
I don't
come
want
on.
a clip. How about that? I don't want it. But it's your show. You do what you want to do.
I'll find a clip that says like this is not a clip, and it'll be like a whole thing about not being a thing, and then I'll be like, and here's T. Like, I'll find it. It's out there somewhere. But hold on, we have somebody in the chat. We got hold my dual shock, more than likely. That is Andy, because he's up late and likes to sit there and work and do all that working stuff. Who does that? Jesus. But apparently
Gay Adam Driver.
We got gay Adam. Yeah, we got gay Adam Driver out there working right now. Like he's just working it for the people. Like good job, man. Good job. But also you do have the link, man. You're welcome on here anytime. Dude, does T cook every night? I think T's been mainly cooking on like the nights, kind of doing the same thing that I was doing. Where like he'll do like a cooking stream before DA's channel would go off. So it's like a prelude to the stream, and then like I've been doing like the after party stuff, and it was kind of unintentional, but at the same time, it's been kind of working out. And so I've been doing I've been keeping up that timing and schedule or whatever, just because. Does DA come back next week? Is it next week? Okay, I didn't know if he was gone for 2 or 3 weeks or what. Somebody said he was gone till like the middle of May, and I was like, that doesn't sound right at all. Good for you, like go handle like a month-long vacation, handle it, dude. But I didn't think that's what he said.
May 3rd.
Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and play the trailer for The Accountant 2. I'm gonna play it in increments, just so I don't get like super hit with copyright. But before that, have you guys even seen The Accountant 1? Have you guys seen The Accountant with Ben Affleck, and then also John Bernthal is in it too, more towards the end of the movie or whatever of the first one. But have you guys seen The Accountant at all?
I've seen The Accountant. It's pretty good. Really good.
So I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good. Like I actually just recently saw it, maybe about a month ago. Like I didn't see it when it came out.
Wow.
Yeah, and now I just saw The Accountant 2 tonight. Like about 2.5, 3 hours ago. Oh, no. I saw it at 8 o'clock. No, 8:30. Let's say 4 hours ago. About 4 hours ago. So it's
Thank
pretty
God
fresh
he didn't
on
have
my mind.
Thank God they didn't have Anna and Kendrick, man. That is the man. I don't know why Hollywood decides, man. You know what? We're gonna make an ugly girl popular. You know, they did it with her. They do it with Sydney Sweeney. They just, you know what? Let's just make an ugly, unpretty.
You know to
pretty.
realize that like you don't like girls that have like a quirky kind of look to them at all. Like if they got anything that's even slightly quirky, like Anna Kendrick or whatever has
No, you want to
like her
lay next to
teeth.
that in the bed? Ugh, what are you doing? Yuck.
See, like I don't want to say I like that. I'm not going out of my way to pursue someone like that. But if I met someone like that in a bar, I'm not turning that down.
Because that's beer goggles talking to you. No way. No beer goggle LASIK
Whatever.
surgery. No.
Anyway, so you liked the first movie then? So like overall,
It's great. It's a great movie.
Cool.
That was a good combo. Him and
You haven't seen the second one yet. I mean, it just came out tonight, and so I know like you're not as like an avid movie watcher as I am. Like I try to watch everything like as soon as I try to watch at least whatever the new movie is that comes out on a Thursday every week because I pay for the damn freaking pass, so I might as well use it, right? So like, well, why not? And
so I didn't go tonight because I was on a date. You know what that is? A date. So
yeah, I know what the fuck that is. Jesus, you
should
act like
probably
you're
take
the
your
only
fucking
you act
girl.
like you're the only one out
should
there that gets
fucking-
pussy. You're just
you
the
might
only
as
one
well
that talks.
take
You're just
a
the only
girl.
one that talks about it online as much, man.
Right.
Other people, everyone's doing just fine, man. Like
I didn't
I'm a
say they
6
weren't.
foot tall. I'm a 6 foot tall, blue eyed, blonde hair, white guy. I'm doing just fine. Like
I
get
didn't
out
say
of
you
here
weren't.
with that.
I didn't say you
What
weren't.
you're implying that I'm not is
No,
what you're
you're
doing.
implying that. You're implying that. You're
You
just
literally are. Like you.
I'm
come
not
on,
even doing the
you
vocal
know what
mind
you're
melt on
doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
That's why I go out with women. That's what I know I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's it. I'm not gay no more, right? So
Yeah.
gotta go with women.
I'll play the clip. I got the clip for you, man. No. Dude, the clip might go on a little too long, but that's how I felt. Like I walked out of the bar, and I remember I saw you like you peeled off in your car and everything. Like you didn't peel off, but like you took off like pretty quickly, and I was just like, oh man. The first thing that came to my mind, I was like, dude, all he was doing, all he was doing was like kind of like I don't say you weren't shit talking. It was just like while you were doing the stream, everything was fine, but then like you would talk or like you'd say stuff like, "Oh man, there's no single women here." Like you kind of kept saying that to me.
Well,
like most of
there
the
weren't
time.
any. There was no lookers really in there like that. I mean, the ones that were kind of all
but-
right.
So it was just funny. I was just like, oh man, this clip is gonna like if anybody will get a laugh at it, hopefully T gets a laugh at it. But how do you not find stuff like that funny, man? It was just like, dude, I'm not gay no more. I left the place where it's all these nerdy dudes. Like I was like, dude, that fits perfectly with what happened.
Right.
With that being said, let's see
Shift
here.
is in progress.
Look, I don't know if this clip has anything to do with the next person that's coming on here, but I've been wanting to play this clip anyways, so I'm going to play it.
I'm king of all animals.
Sure. Behold, hamburger necklace
Okay.
to carry around in honor. Put it on your neck stalk.
My what?
Head pole.
My what?
Head root, whatever.
I'm not
To earn my respect, you must help my stupid bald nephew Gerald find the big box.
Is it a magical being?
Does what have what?
How can I use this?
It's a hamburger. So, snacking.
I don't even know what's happening.
It had nothing to do with anything that was going on, but I've been wanting a reason to play that stupid clip. So,
How does that make you feel, T?
I didn't see it, man. What was it?
You're lucky.
it
I
was
don't know
just,
what the fuck.
it was a stupid clip from Perfect Hair Forever.
I was there minding my own business. I was busy cutting up some watermelon, and I like had to come
Oh,
on
boy.
because Uncle T was making too much sense, and I just had to come on and say I agree with everything Uncle T
Wait,
says.
T was making too much sense.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
we
When he
need to
started
we need to
talking
get into
about
that. We need to get
Andra
into that.
in a horse face Kendrick, I was like, thank God, bro. I'm so tired of people
Jeez.
pretending that she's not this.
Okay, no.
Jeez.
Look. I can actually agree with that. I can agree with that overall as far as like an actress goes. But like, if she wasn't an actress, if that was just a random girl at a bar, like you probably
I'd go
wouldn't
find
mind.
another bar.
Never.
I'd find a
Never.
different bar.
You find another bar.
What about
Yes.
you? T?
I
Like
would
that.
I would definitely say no.
Bro,
No.
she's mid for like a
Mid.
Midwestern. He's like
She's
for
not
like,
even mid, dude. She is a gross looking. She has a nun's face. Get out of here. You're not gonna get none of this. None.
none of this. Yeah, like she's one of those actresses who annoys me. Like, and
Yes.
they keep trying to put her in stuff, and I'm like, why are you forcing this chick into these movies when nobody wants to see her? There's so many beautiful women in the world.
I think I
Tell
could
me none
agree
of
with like her being like fake funny. Like she's not funny. Like her delivery and stuff like that is not great. I think
How
I
do
could
you
agree.
make
I could
three
agree with
Pitch
that.
Perfects? How do you make 3 Pitch Perfects with her in it? That is amazing.
Here,
Why
I'm gonna
would you
pitch
do
you a better idea. Put a pretty girl in those films to see how well
Right.
they do. Have you tried that?
Right. But Hollywood always does that. You know the
What-
girl that came in
What pretty
screen?
girls are in Hollywood that like, especially with having T on here right now, what pretty girls are in Hollywood right now that you would want to see in, like, say, the same type of role? Like, even if you could like, obviously some of these movies might be like 5 to 8 years old. Like, if you would have rather seen them, even what they look like now, back then, in those roles. Like who's someone that actually stands out? Because I think you've actually been saying this, T, a lot, where it's like we don't have any new up and comers kind of deal, and like which I agree with. But I'm curious what people are around that you would be like, I'm down with this person taking over said role or whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't know, because Hollywood has changed. They don't have the statuesque woman anymore. They don't even move to that. I don't think the statuesque woman would have fit in that role. I mean, anybody other than her. She's not attractive. She's like very homely, and like there's no way. Like, I guess they were trying to pair it up with Ben Affleck's character, but I don't like her as an actor.
We got Tasia Williams. Obviously, goes by Tay in the chat. She said, "Hey, I'm a pretty girl, but I'm not in Hollywood." Hey,
if that profile picture is legit, then you
if
should have been cast ahead of Andrew.
If that profile picture is legit, then absolutely, you nailed it. Good job. You're cute. Yeah, or you're cute, possibly gorgeous. I don't know. We only got a circle picture to go off of, but
Circle
good
picture.
job.
That's it.
Good for you.
You know, T, back in the day, like in the 90s and 80s, like the quirky girls were hot too. Like Sandra Bullock when she young was pretty. She was like pretty.
Lisa Kudrow.
Oh my God, yeah. Like the weird ones were pretty. Now it's like, bro, the hot ones aren't that hot, and the weird ones are downright.
Who is the one that played like in How I Met Your Mother, or like in American Pie, like the flute quote, whatever. Allison something. No, not Allison Mack. No. She was the one that did all that cult bullshit.
Allison Hannigan, yeah.
Hannigan, like, yeah, it was like that. The quirky girl was like kind of cute because of like being quirky or whatever. Like, on top of like, there's something oddly cute about you, and like, I feel like even that's kind of gone. Like, I can't think of anyone nowadays. It's either like, I mean, obviously right now I say the main one everybody's just been talking about, even though T does not agree, would be Sydney Sweeney. But what I will say is, like, she's a shit actor. Like, she can't act for shit.
Thank you.
Look, she's a shit actor, but she's pleasant on the eyes. Like, she's not there for her acting ability.
Look at how the standard has gone down, man. I'm telling you, man, that girl is so. That's why I say she's mid, She's mediocre, man. She's mediocre, and that's
Yeah.
just what we got to live with. I mean, for me, she's she's y'all 10, my 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's nothing.
Hey, that's fine. Like we got Tazia Wilkins again. Like, I'm more than pretty, I'm sexy. Hey, look, I believe you.
Casey, come in the
But
chat.
I believe
Hop
I
on.
believe you said you're like 21. That's a little too. That's actually way too young for me,
Right.
and way too young. And you know, keep being sexy at your age, whatever. Just don't get taken advantage of by stupid people that are like our age. And if so, shout them out so we can shame them.
This
Look,
PSA was
not
brought to you by
because
Syfax.
they weren't able to like, I don't know, get somebody young like that, but because they're actually aiming for that. Fuck those people. Like, that's not right. Don't do that.
No.
Get someone your own age, you know. Like
Yep. I think back to like the 90s.
Did you just
man.
exchange freaking nails and change, or what is happening, T? Jesus.
Just noise, man. Noise. One of my employees didn't show up.
So, that sucks.
Yeah.
You said, yes, I'm 21. Hey, I can never stop getting more sexy. You know what? Keep that mentality for as long as you can. Go for it. Go for it. I'm not gonna deny you your possible future, or maybe
The thing is, look,
tell
you
you
don't
reality.
have to be gorgeous to be an
No, not at all.
actress, but let's not pretend that people that are there for reasons other than their looks, like, stop putting them on magazine covers being like, can you believe how hot she is, bro? Like, it's not, dude. All you do is you degrade and you bring down the actual concept of like physical beauty, which, you know, it's human nature to appreciate physical beauty.
I'm gonna assume that Rockefeller here is talking to me, Andy, and T all at once, because you know, Rockefeller just, you know, he just says all the nice things all the
I'm
time.
too old for Rockefeller. I'm 52 years old. I'm sure he's talking to you.
It might be me. Maybe like look, it's not cold enough for the nipples to be shown through the shirt, but this comment almost made my nipples hard. So thank you, brother. Like,
You look like
I
the type
appreciate it. Like
milk that he wants to stir into his coffee is all I'm saying.
Oh my god. I'm so flattered right now. Jesus, like I don't know what to do. I'm almost like, you know what? I'm gonna remove myself from the camera. I'm so flustered. No, but hey, Rockefeller. Also, you got a link in or you got a link in X as well. If you want to jump on here, we're gonna be eventually talking about like Rockefeller, or not Rockefeller. We're gonna be talking about Accountant 2, and well, maybe like Accountant 1, and then some Accountant 2. Because I'm not gonna spoil it, because obviously it sounds like I'm the only one that's seen it. But I also kind of want to talk about how like Pedro Pascal was making all these comments towards J.K. Rowling and stuff. Like that's going to be some of the stuff that we talk about in general once we get there. But I'm just having fun shooting the shit with everybody, man. Like that's kind of what I do in general, so it works out.
Pedro Pascal asked J.K. Rowling if she believes in magic and fantasies, because he definitely believes in magic and fantasies.
Can I ask you a question?
So we got Tazia or Tay back here. Damn, not make your nipples hard with a bunch of laughing faces. I thought you was gonna say making your dick hard. Look, I'm not gonna say that on stream, even if that happened. So no.
Guess what? You just did. You read it. You just did.
Well, but I didn't say it happened. Like she's like damn, like she's just laughing. So look, if we're getting people to laugh in the chat, that's what a lot of this is about. Look, entertainment, right? That's
when you're as old as me.
That's the aim here. That's the aim for what we're doing here, even especially this late at night. You know, it's like, hey,
yeah.
let's keep the party going,
10
right?
years old as me, you just hope to make the pretty young girls giggle. That's all we can afford. T, you're asking something though?
Yeah, handle it, man. Go for it.
T.
T. Hey T.
Go.
Yeah.
What's that?
You were about to say something. I probably accidentally cut you off or whatever. But
You had a question?
maybe not. Maybe not. Look, maybe I did not send Rockefeller here. I'm going to send you another link in case the first one did not go through, and then you can jump on. But with that being said, it's almost 3 in the morning in Arkansas. I don't know anybody from apparently well, now I technically know one somebody from freaking Arkansas. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I don't even know.
President Bill Clinton was from Arkansas.
Oh, well, good for him. How the fuck am I gonna know that? On the top
You're
of my
American.
head.
You're supposed to know that shit.
No, I didn't have to take the test like you did, man.
You don't take the test when you hop the border.
What? Well, okay. Well, I'm not gonna ask.
I took a test. You're right. I took a test. The high jump.
Okay. Yeah. How high of American are you? And it's like, oh,
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
just saying.
ended up in Nevada? Well,
Those walls aren't high enough. I had to take that high jump test.
I heard Andy said to Rockefeller's only feet. Maybe that might be a possibility. Can you confirm and or deny that? Hopefully deny that.
I tried, but I didn't have the funds in my account. Maybe from payday. Rockefeller's got a premium account. He doesn't do basic. That says a lot about him. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that $3 was the overdraft part, right? Because I had the same thing happen. That $3 was just too much. I was like, what is happening? And why am I not getting my feet content? What the fuck is this?
Oh,
you're charging too much, man.
Gray Poupe. He was on Kidda's channel. They were having an amazing debate.
Hey, okay, yeah. So I know Gray from MSK's channel. If people have watched MSK, I'm sorry that you've watched that. And oddly enough, I only knew that guy. Well, I still know that guy, but it's I've only been on his channel for I don't know, a couple months here or there, and apparently there's actually IMD pages with his account on there, and I'm one of the most I'm the most concurrent viewer, or concurrent guest, and that shit kind of blew my mind. I was like, what is happening right now? Why is my name even associated with anything that's happening here? But okay, so that happened, and yeah. But Gray is he's hilarious. His main avatar and stuff is just a jar of mustard, but he can turn it into all sorts of different fun little weird, I don't know, either superhero things or whatever the hell he's talking about, and it's just he changes it. I think it's actually pretty hilarious. One of the best too. See, whatever. I'm I'm poor famous. I'm the poor side of the internet, where it's oh, we got 3 to 5 people watching. This is great. I'm thank you. I've been trying, I swear. But oddly enough, along the way, I've met nothing but freaking awesome people, and trying to do my own thing here has been working out. I would say pretty well as far as the time or the watch hours and stuff goes. That's been doing good, and then meeting a lot of new and awesome people. And with that being said, do I have a fun clip to play for? No, I don't. See, I need to start adding more and more clips. I'm gonna get crazy with these clips, man, because they're hilarious. I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut some of them down to not make them like 1 minute clips or whatever. Because a lot of them, I just like I cut the whole damn scene and I just let it ride. I need to stop doing that, like, because I mean they're funny for a minute, but it's like, oh man, like a minute of this shit is it's rough, so I understand. Anyways, with that being said, we got
Stunt cock! Stunt cock!
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
we got Rockefeller. What's going on, brother?
Get out of the way, stunt cocks here.
Yeah. Have you seen that
Let me
movie?
do my job.
It's way funnier. Like,
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna assume it's because I'm badass.
it's,
And I got a package. They need me to jump in there. That's what I'm gonna assume.
the movie is called Orgasmo, and it's like the second movie that the guys from South Park ever made, and
Yep.
it's hilarious. It's
I'm gonna
great.
check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
If it's
with
not like
that
$100
being
on the
said,
streaming
now
service.
that we have 4 people watching, I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the Accountant 2 trailer. Like, as much as I want to play it, like no one else has watched it, so it's like the only thing I'm going to be able to say about it is that I think it's good. Should I even play it? No one has seen it, right? No one else has seen it.
You're seeing movies a week before I even hear of them.
It came out today.
Yeah.
Came out today, so I mean, like, I understand that. Like, I usually see stuff at least at the bare
Y'all
minimum
get them a week
day that
early
they
over there.
or whatever. Yeah.
Y'all get them a week
Sometimes
early. The West Side.
there's been a couple times where I see them a little bit earlier. There's like fan release bullshit that goes on, and I get like the invite for it, and it's like, oh, you can see it like the Monday before or the Saturday before or some bullshit like that. But I'm like, I feel like nobody's seen this movie, and I'm like, the only I feel like I've already kind of, it's not even spoiling it. I'm just saying, like, I enjoyed the movie, and like John Bernthal is my favorite part of the movie. He is great because you actually like he's in the movie. Like once he's introduced into the movie, he is fucking hilarious the whole time. He is just. It's like Punisher, but like with a lot of humor. It's great.
How tall is John Bernthal? I'm looking him up right now. Because every time I see him like next to somebody, he's fucking short as shit. He's the shortest person in the room. 5'11"? That's crazy. Every time I see him on fucking screen, he looks like he's a foot shorter than everybody else.
Is not bad.
That's fucking tall as shit. So I'm like, either actors have gotten really fucking taller lately. Every time I look at an actor, they're like 6'2" now at least.
Oh,
I'm like,
it's all forced perspective bullshit. Like that's what they do with like most of this stuff.
He's really good. Like he always does like the hunching down and walking around and like Daredevil. But I'm like, he looks short. I'm like, damn, motherfucker, 5'11". He's an inch from 6 foot. I'm like, these actors used to be barely 5 foot, and I'm like, that's what I'm like. Is he short?
So,
but I guess everybody's so fucking tall
instead of playing the trailer, because honestly, that would actually just more than likely get me a copyright strike anyway, or not.
Oh well,
but it would just get me copyrighted. Who cares?
Be a noob tuber. Don't be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Did you remove Andy trying to remove the damn scene?
I might have done that.
You definitely did.
I don't think
Andy,
I did.
how's it feel?
Hey Andy, how's it feel to not be here, you fucking punk bitch? No.
That's more. I took your spot today, Andy. That's normally me kicking out of here.
Well, no. When I've removed people's stuff, like I didn't remove it from the bottom of the screen. I just removed it from the top or whatever. And I think he actually just dropped himself out.
Oh,
I don't think that was me. But yes. But with that, I have lost I'm down to 6 viewers, which no.
I got
to be fair. To be fair, like I'm surprised that even like more than just myself watches me, which I mean,
did you hear about
you guys are fulfilling some fantasies over here, if you know what I mean.
Speaking of fantasy, Phil, did you hear about who heard about Club Shay Shay, my boy Shannon Sharp, and the shit he got hemmed up with, man?
Okay, so I've
You
been
wanna come out and talk
seeing
about it now?
I've been seeing those go around, but I don't know what it's about. Like I'm not like what is he, a basketball player? A basketball
Shannon
player?
Sharp, a football player. He used to play for the
Football
Ravens.
player. Okay,
He's
see,
the man.
I'm not familiar with that. Like I think I've seen him on whatever show he was on, and he comes out with his probably just basic takes of whatever the fuck is going on.
He was on the Ravens, and even though Ray Lewis was the captain, they'd always go right to Shannon Sharp after the report. He'd be live in 5, and he'd be talking and telling everybody what's going on, and then he'd be very, very characteristic.
Hey, Gray.
Hey,
Hey, Gray. Do you want to jump on, Gray? Like, go ahead and hit me up on. Dude, you know how to hit me up, man. If you ever want to jump on and you see me going live or whatever, like you're obviously more than welcome to jump on. So if you're free or if you want to come on and shoot the shit, yeah, go for it. Like my channel and what I usually do is kind of just like pretty free form, and sometimes there's like topics in the background, whatever. But other than that, it's more just like, hey, let's just talk for a few hours. Let's do it.
The draft was horrible, T. I see my boy from fucking
Uncle T says
USC
the draft was
going right to
horrible.
the fucking NBA. He said, "Fuck, I ain't sitting in college one more year. I'm going right to the NBA draft." I was like, "Well, all right." LeBron did it. Don't wait. If you got the skills, get your money as fast as you can. You don't
Gray says, "Hell yeah, man! Just got off a 5-hour debate, but next time for sure." Hey, man, like I said, anytime you see me going live or whatever, yeah, dude, you're more than welcome to come on, dude. Like, you just hit me up an X. I don't know. I've oddly been getting like decent viewers, even if I'm like if I'm getting like 10 people, like if I'm getting 5 people is already pretty crazy, but if I'm getting 10 people, that's double crazy. And then like the other night when I did like a 12-hour stream, because that was like the first night back from Vegas, there was a point there where I was getting like 55, 60 people. Like I had no idea what was going on. Those people, I think a lot of them were bots though, because nobody was actually talking in chat. When you got stuff like going on right now, like everybody in the chat is actually talking, and then I can actually say something to somebody in chat and somebody will respond. I was doing that when there was like 50 people, and all of a sudden it would just be silent for like 5 to 10 minutes, and I was like, "This is some bullshit." Like, I'm gonna take the watch hours.
Like those shoes?
I'm gonna take the fucking watch hours. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I have some shoes like that. Those are really, really nice. Yeah. What's that?
T, he's driving. T.
No, I'm holding Andy hostage in the backstage because fuck this guy. No, I'm kidding.
Those are nice. Those are, but you can always
what's up?
What's up? Either at Macy's or either at
you might want to mute T. I don't think
Adidas or online.
Dude, Andy, I didn't kick you.
Way better.
Yeah. Likely story.
I've got some black pair and a white pair, and I'll tell you what.
Well, I muted T.
He muted that.
Bro, put that back on. I'm trying to learn how to shop for shoes.
He's ordering chicken somewhere or some shit, man. But no, I didn't. I literally did not kick you. Fuck you, man. Like I didn't do that.
I'm fucking with you. My computer restarted.
Okay, I was like you would on my screen and on my end. Like I literally clicked off a tab up top. And then you left at the same time, and I was like, maybe I did kick him, and I didn't realize that would happen. But like I've kicked Rockefeller by accident because he'll post something, and then I'll remove what he posted, and it removes him and the thing he posted. And I'm like, oh my bad, like I didn't know, like whoops. But yeah. So hold on. Should I unmute T yet? I don't know. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna leave him muted. No, he's unmuted.
There he is.
We heard everything, T. So he muted you because he was talking. I'll try to tell you.
No, he was talking to somebody else. Like handle your stuff. It's all good. It's all good.
I always do. I always do.
Yeah, man, they try to hem my boy Shay up. They better stop playing around.
Okay, so with that being said, okay, obviously more likely other people have not seen the Accountant 2 or the Accountant 2. I would say like a quick, easy review, quick like down and dirty review. I would say like it's good. Like I think it's worth watching especially if you like the first one. I would say it's worth watching. And I would say it's actually a lot funnier than the first one. There's a lot of like comedic moments and stuff in it. Like John Bernthal is hilarious. I was not expecting that, but because he's more integral into the second story or into the second movie than he was in the first one, he was very funny. And then I think the overall story and everything that's going on is maybe interesting. I mean, it works for the story that they're telling. It kind of reminds me of like old, like 90s, maybe early 2000s movies where they wanted to make a sequel, but they weren't sure what the story they wanted to tell was. But then they would do a story, and like the story was kind of whatever. It was like lackluster as hell. But because they had someone like John Bernthal Bernthal in there, he just made it work. Like it was way funnier. Like, I can't really think of one at the top of my head, but it's like, you've seen a sequel before where it's like, oh, this is a sequel to an okay movie or like a decent movie, and then you're like, this didn't need to be made. I would say it doesn't need to be made, but at the same time, I enjoyed watching it, and John Bernthal was hilarious. Like the way that the way that him and Ben Affleck play off each other was great. Like that's where I'm going with that.
See, now I'm looking it up. I've seen the first one, and it was with the girl Anna Kendrick from fucking Twilight, right?
Yeah, she's not in this one at all.
Yeah,
was she in Twilight? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
She's the ugly friend in Twilight.
Yeah, the girl from Twilight. You didn't know that? That's what she first. That's like her first like big role. She's like her best friend.
Oh my god!
Made me happy, derp.
She's short, but she got some bazungas.
There you go, Snape.
They are huge.
Man.
So yeah, this is
she was in that movie. She's awful.
I think everybody in Twilight's awful. It's just bad acting. It's like
I never saw Twilight, man. I never was. I'm not interested in the whole
have you guys all seen? Like I think I know. Well, T definitely saw Sinners because we talked about it the other night. But Andy, I heard that you said you guys saw Sinners. I mean, I don't think I don't know the 10 to 12 people that are watching me right now are going to be like. Maybe some of them follow you and whatever, but it's like, are you willing to talk about how you feel about that movie?
What are you talking about? Like what I thought of the film?
Yeah. Because I heard you saying you're going to make a video, and I don't want to.
We already put out a review on it. Oh, I don't.
It's already out. Okay, I didn't see. I
don't play that game. I don't like when people come on streams and hold shit back. Like if you're gonna talk.
No. I heard you say that you guys were gonna do one, and I didn't see that you were about to. Like I knew you were going to release one. I just didn't know you didn't do it yet. I think
I'm like the only person that liked it. I liked it. I liked it for what it was.
I hear a lot of people.
You and Kata likes it. There's a lot of people that really liked it.
You know why? It's because me and Kata are real ones, dog. Like you don't.
Well, I know why Kata liked it. But.
I don't understand that culture. There are like bare feet people picking cotton though. So like I know Kata like that shit. Like.
That's actually like a lot of the things that people are like maybe try to throw towards. Let's just say they're throwing it towards the normal American white people out here who aren't from South Africa. You motherfucker. Like, but no, but It's actually like there's story beats in it, and there's stuff that are happening that they contradict themselves like right after they talk about what the hell they're doing, or like what they say is going on in the movie, and then they contradict themselves literally the next scene. Kind of the stuff like we've been seeing in like basic freaking like Disney stuff or whatever, or like but just bad television.
Yeah,
And
I've been right for
they
Disney.
do it over and over. Like they did it at least 2 or 3 times. And there was the best way I could put it is like they did like 5 to 6 cool ideas. There was like 5 to 6 cool ideas that were kind of thrown out there, and they don't deliver on any of them. I don't feel they delivered on any of them. There was cool things and there was cool shots and whatever, but as far as when it comes to delivering towards the end of the movie, I don't feel they delivered on any of it.
I think they delivered on the core premise, which is music is an ancestral connection tool. It's the entire
How the hell did you get that from that at the end? Like the ancestral tool is like getting beat over the head with it, like because that's what they do at the end. But
they literally have the Irish guy say that he wants to be able to connect with his ancestors because he misses them, and that he's
which is the beacon that draws them to the dance or whatever.
Well, Sammy's music it's like, and again, it's like shamanism. Like you're discussing, it's like the same as it's like a Stephen King through line of like undescribed magic, and so you in the background.
Well, that's why I'm asking where's the through line? Where's the ending point in it? Because
the ending
once he's there, like in general, like okay, the idea of him being there, he wants to make that person a part of his like vampire tribe, so then he can basically see his ancestors again. But
he wants to take them into what is the hive mind, which would strip any individuality and just make it
wouldn't fucking work.
It would work because they all know they would all have the power because they have the hive mind. Just like when they all got brought into the hive mind, they could all
say even if that kind of worked. What do you think about like them adding in like freaking like all the like the Indians that chased him at the beginning? I was waiting for that. Like I thought they were gonna come back and like stampede through and like
that's just a typical horror trope of having like a different group and like
it's just a throwaway. We just forget about it.
Fuck them. Throwaway. You can forget about it if you want. You can forget about it. You can read deeper into it.
I clearly didn't. I'm talking about it. Like
so, like it can be either. Like you can look at it and say, hey, there's probably a deeper meaning of the fact that the Native Americans were obviously here before the settlers in the South, and that indicates that the vampire Ramek has probably been running from them and interacting with them for generations, because they clearly know about him.
I mean, like when he starts like quoting like the Bible stuff, and like don't get me, there's a lot of stuff. Like I would say, even in my review, like I even say like go and watch the movie and like kind of judge for yourself. I would say it's definitely worth the watch. Like it's worth the watch.
And what did he say? Why
it has good music. It has a good. There's a lot of good concepts that are in it. I just didn't feel that the concepts that I wanted to see played through weren't played through to their extent where what they kind of showed. Like there were some I thought there was cooler ideas that were thrown out there that we didn't get to see. But I would say overall, like I would say the movie's it's worth a watch. I don't know if it's worth watching 2 or 3 freaking times like some people are saying, but I would say it's definitely worth a watch 100%.
Agreed. No contest.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I don't know. There's a couple people out there that are like Kate is like sitting there glazing the shit out of it, and it was just like I posted like a couple of like funny like GIF stupid meme things towards what he was talking about, and he like I felt like he thought I was like hating on him for. I'm like I'm not hating on you. I'm hating on the way that you said what you said.
I haven't seen Kate's review. What did he say about it?
No, he loves the shit out of it, and I'm like he's like a huge supporter of it, like really likes it. And I don't think I hated on it. I thought that what I said was my honest fucking review, which is what I'm saying right now, which is like I liked it overall, but the things that I personally wanted to see like happen with it, because like the idea of like how like music transcends time and stuff like that, and like there, I thought there was like cooler and like more interesting ideas that were going on there, and they just kind of they used them for like half a second, and then like all of a sudden that shit's gone.
Well, it's not that music transcends time. It connects you to your ancestors forward and back.
Well, exactly. And so like getting someone like the guy like getting what's his name, Sammy, to have basically on your side as a vampire, like I could see my ancestors again. Like that's kind of what it seemed like, and that's the way that they made it feel like in the movie. Oh,
And that's what
I
Ramic
can
wanted.
see that
Well,
he
he
was like,
wanted to
I
feel
want
his
to be
ancestors.
I want to be able to see, and I want to be able to see and feel my ancestors, and that's why like the music was like a beacon to them. Like that kind of music was like it was like, "Ooh, we got to go here. We got to get this person," and that's what brought them or that's what brought them there in the first place, type of deal.
Yeah. And they try to get him, and they don't get him because Michael B. Jordan kills the vampire. And so they fail. And then he goes on to choose to continue, like, because the other plot point or the other discussion is whether or not music, whether or not the blues was evil, whether it was the devil's work. And when his father asks him to repent, he decides no, it's not, and he thinks there's value in helping people connect. And so instead of going and becoming a preacher, he continues to use his gift.
I think the thing that really I mean, it kind of threw me off, but I mean, I saw it coming to begin with, which was the like, okay, let's go ahead and just do a shootout with the KKK. Like, it was like, okay, look, if these people wanted to kill all these like the black people at their little jukebox meetup, whatever, like they would have done it at night when they were all there. Why did they show up at the like in the morning?
The KKK shootout was the only part I felt was superfluous.
I thought that was just kind of tacked on there just to be like, hey, in case you didn't catch some of the other meanings, here you go. And they just like threw that shit on there, and I'm like, dude, we already knew that. Like we know
that's
that.
Also, I think because you have the brothers are clearly doomed because of the choices they've made. They're not going to find any type of peace. And because they're criminals, their criminal past led to them dealing with people like the Klan. So they're always going to end up dead.
Yeah, they were gonna just die in general, and then like having someone like so you had Smoke and Stack, the Smoke Stack twins, whatever. It was like one of them like some people even really like the idea of like, okay, the one guy who likes to call himself Smoke can't even roll his own smokes, so he needs his brother to do it for him because he has like the jitters from like PTSD basically because
Stack's always broke.
No. It's like one of them. It kind of basically has PTSD.
Stack broke his shit every day. You see him like, what the fuck? Y'all need to change your nicknames.
The idea of it is actually like, so Smoke likes obviously to have his smokes, but he can't roll his own smokes. Yeah. And then Stack is all about money. Like he's the one in the movie that even is like, okay, all of a sudden they're accepting kind of, let's just say kind of bullshit money, but it's the kind of plantation money. Yeah, it's a bullshit money for that time and era.
Well, it's like your Patreon money. You can be Stack and I can be Smoke.
If I'm getting stacks, then
you
can smoke it up, man. Go for it. Let's go. Like, but I mean so the play on words is like super obvious or whatever. Like that's very obvious. But
that's just like an old blues music thing of like, Bleeding
Well,
gums.
there's
Everybody
people
back then
there's
had like cool, ridiculous nicknames. It's like I saw this guy smoking a cigarette one time, and so we call him Marlboro Slim. Then that just became Slim. It's Marlboro.
yeah, it's like that's Slim, or that that's Gator Jim or something.
Yeah.
It's like I saw him got like he kicked the Gator one time. That's Gator Jim, and you're like, okay, whatever. Like it's just like there you go. Like that's your nickname now.
Jimmy Two
And,
Times.
like, that's how you used to get nicknames back in the day. It was like some type of bullshit. Like, and I mean, it works. I'm not look. Like I said, even in my video, I say go ahead and go watch the movie. I'm just saying I don't think it's as good as people are saying it is in general.
How long is it?
But now that I've been actually kind of thinking about it for the last couple of days, it might be the best movie of the year so far, just because we haven't had that many good movies. Like,
yeah.
But even at so I would maybe consider it like a 6.5, maybe a 7 at best.
It's way too low. It's way too low.
That's too low. I don't think that's. I think that's like fucking.
IMDb gave it an 8.2, and it's 2 hours.
Well, IMDb is fucking lying their ass off, but okay.
So it's the best looking film of the year. Like I haven't seen a film that looks that good since Wicked. Like
that's a big hit. That's a big.
When you see it, it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I can actually agree with Andy on, I can agree with Andy on like that, where it's like
the opening visuals when you see the plantation. It's beautiful.
Wicked is like one of the best looking movies in a while, and I'm not a huge freaking like musical fan, even though I'm a musician or whatever. But I'm like, that shit surprised the hell out of me. Like when I watched it, I was totally into that shit. I was like, this is actually cool. There was some good songs and everything. I was like, okay, look, you guys have something good here. Like,
and this is the power of any art form done well. Like I don't like musicals. I think they're stupid. Yet in the opening 1 minute of
the like,
I was like, it looks like so phenomenal. I was like, you have to give it credit for
what's the name of the song? It's like something of the Wicked or whatever. Like it's literally
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
No rest for the. It's something like that, and it's like that shit hits, and there's like some like almost metal fucking shit going on in the background. I was just like, what is this movie? I was like, this is crazy. And then the rest of the movie happens. I'm like, okay. There's some songs that I watching it, I understood why people like it overall. Like when they watch the musical live and everything, I was just like, I get it. I understand. I completely understand. Like it's entertaining as fuck is what it came down to.
And so it's the best looking film since Wicked, I think. Then acting wise, it's like this blend. It's like Tarantino-esque. It's mildly aware of the inherent humor of the things some of they're saying and the situations, while at the same time everybody's committing. So they let the audience find the humor in it, but the characters are just being like these archetypes. And so the opening half of the film is to demonstrate just the inner workings of this like Jim Crow era community, and you see everybody coming together and what it would take for them to try and pull things together. That's cool. It's a lot of subtext and a lot of there's a lot to
there was a lot of like they could have easily went the route of like, okay, this is a green person, and they could have used that as like an allegory towards like black people, which I think a lot of people were assuming they're gonna do, just because of like how movies and everything have been going in general lately. And they I don't feel like they actually did that, like because there's plenty of let's say other types of people in the movie in general, and it was like, no, you're even still an outcast based on like what other kind of outcasts were there as far as like the movie was going. But they didn't point that out. Like they didn't point that out or make it a big like contentious thing in the movie. Which that actually surprised the hell out of me. I was just like, oh my god, like I thought they would have been like just blasting that at you for
Yeah, and
like
that's I
2
think
hours or some
credit for
shit,
that
and they
is
did not
like,
do that. It was
no.
like,
and if the only white versus black stuff is that the Klan are evil, it's like, bro, I can live with that. It's like, okay, like you're not going to get arguments. I'm not going to sit here and like be forced to argue. It's like, oh, they killed a bunch of white people. It's like, bro, they're the Klan. Like, okay. Like I thought it was funny when Chappelle did it. I think it's like whatever, you know.
yeah, like I mean, if you're going back to the like the
gay
center
Klan
stuff,
members in Chappelle.
like
That was hilarious.
centers could have easily like done some stuff that would have been either
We
funny
hate
one
to.
way and or the other. But they kind of didn't. Like they like the movie kind of plays it pretty straight for whatever for what they're giving us. And I think the thing that makes it, I don't want to say it suffers from it, but at the same time, it suffers from the general perspective of knowing stuff like From Dusk Till Dawn exist. You know, stuff like that that's out there, because you naturally almost want to compare it to that.
I mean,
Even
that's
though
the
it's
comparison, it's almost exactly From Dusk Till
That's
Dawn.
what I hear a lot of people saying. That
it kind of is, but it's actually not. Like it's
I hear
not
a lot
at
of people
all.
saying
It's not at all.
It takes a lot from it's not a comparison, but it takes a lot from like
Well,
Dusk Till Dawn.
it's mainly
to-
the idea of like, you know, like two-thirds of the movie in, all of a sudden vampires happen. You know, like that's kind of basically it.
Old
Like
vampires,
like
right?
but like that's that like that'd be like the layman's way of like explaining it. Like 2/3 of the movie in, vampires happen. Bam! All of a sudden they're a part of the story now too. But I mean, if you've seen the trailers and stuff, then obviously you kind of already know that. But they didn't do that with stuff like From Dusk Till Dawn when that shit released. Like that was, it was like a surprise. It was like all of a sudden people they experienced it while you were watching it, and like you're like, oh, this seems like a highway robbery kind of slightly gone wrong. They end up in a weird town, blah blah blah, and then maybe they get I don't know, hijacked by a bunch of people who run a shady biker bar or whatever.
Well,
but no, all of a sudden, boom, vampires, and it's like that. And it's like that shit, you know, that took you off guard back then in the 90s, you know.
Yeah,
But
and that's the thing. From Dusk Till Dawn, the twist is vampires, but in this, that's not the point. The point is one, the conversation about like what the vampires view immortality as, and the consequence of immortality being cut off from your ancestors, and that being a fate worse than death.
well, it's that, but also they throw in the other element of music, and like how music is like, it's like music is eternal. Like it's like like music can connect you to the future and the past. That's literally like the first words of the movie. It's like, okay, like there's musicians out there that can connect you to the future into the past, and like, so when there's a musician that comes around, it's like that's why the vampires show up, is because that person, Sammy, in this movie is like, he's a beacon to what's going on. And all of a sudden, like, yeah, I want to have this person here, so when he plays his music, because even them as vampires, they're all singing and whatever, and like, you know, they get their little bonfire and everything going. But they want Sammy in their brigade, or whatever you want to call them,
or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, there you go. And so he can summon the future and the past. But mainly the past for the main vampire dude. So it makes sense.
Covenant, Syfax,
like a covenant, a brigade, whatever. A brigade.
Don't you know anything about vampires? Come on, man. They have covenants, not brigades. I love every vampire movie.
The way that they were doing it,
I think
I
I've
would
loved
like
every single one.
even, and I will say this again. Look, guys, if you have not seen it, I would say I still recommend the movie. I just probably
I'm
don't
gonna
like
see
it as
it.
much as someone like Andy does or something like that. That's it. But I would say it's still definitely worth watching. I would
So I
say
have to see it in theaters right
definitely
now,
go
right?
watch it.
I can't get it digitally. I have to go see it in theaters.
You could probably
I
find it digitally right now.
I
Like
feel
I
like
might
you'd
be
want
able
to
to,
see it in
I might be able
theaters.
to send you a link or something. I don't know.
No, I don't want that. No, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to have but if it's
I
only in
would
theaters,
say you need to see this in theaters. So like
all
a
right.
lot of what they do with the like audio engineering and the sound is like they'll have a character saying stuff and you're hearing like whispers and stuff underneath.
Very subtle, so you need a really
Yeah.
good fucking audio. Yeah,
And
I
so
hate
like
that.
you can
Yeah.
pick it up in the theater where
And
there's the surround sound.
on top of
but
that, just
sound
their audio design in general is just
Yeah.
great. Like they have really
Another-
great,
see, another great thing.
really great. Like there's a lot of really good things in it. I'm
And
just
that's what
saying
I'm
the
saying.
things that I don't like about it is the things that I wanted them to go further with. They didn't. That's
What'd
it.
you want
That's
them to
it
go
for me.
further with?
But well, like talking about like how I'm a musician and stuff, right? So like having music connect you to the future and the past or whatever, like they could have gone a lot further with stuff like that. There was stuff that I thought was really stupid where am I gonna spoil it? I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it.
I'm going to see this weekend regardless. I mean, don't spoil
I don't think you
too
can
much.
spoil it because it's an experience more than like they've shown you what
Okay.
happens in
Okay,
the
fine.
trailer.
Okay, fine. So
Like, would you agree, Syfax? You know what
in
happens in it. It's an
true.
experience. Though.
So in the movie, they even do like they explain like basically the rules of the vampires and stuff like that, which is like okay, they kind of end up being like a hive mind, and it's like once the main one is hurt, they can hurt other like it hurts everyone else. There's plenty of times during like actually after that happens that the main guy gets hurt and nobody else gets fucking hurt. Like that like every time he gets shot, you see him get shot multiple times, and there's people who do not like it. It's not like they just do like crazy quick cuts to everybody else like reacting and getting shot, like being hurt. You see that like they get hurt later on, like when like the axe to the head and stuff or whatever
I
that
think
thing
it's because
like
the
that
bullets
hurts.
don't hurt him.
But
It's they said they feel his pain, not his.
they feel what getting shot is not pain. Come
The
on,
vampires don't show pain when they get shot. They recoil from the actual inertia of the bullets, but it's only when they get hit with the garlic, the silver bullets, and the fire that they actually like demonstrate pain. Because that's the things like you can stab a vampire, it doesn't hurt.
I feel I feel at that point you're like, I mean, like actually, don't get me wrong. I feel at this point we're both kind of maybe nitpicking. You know what I mean? It's like I'm nitpicking at something that I thought was stupid, and you're nitpicking at something that like works and or doesn't work based on how you want to look at it.
I think that in the overall percentages of the film is so minuscule. Because again, it's barely about vampires.
It's minuscule, but it's because like when it finally gets introduced, it becomes a big part of the movie, and then they ignore their own rules of what the hell they were talking about, and that kind of took me out of it for a second, like shit like that. Also, when like as much as I actually really like the music scene when like he starts playing music and then they show how like it transcends time, and like so it reveals the past and the future. Like that was a dope fucking. I thought that was
amazing.
Cool.
I thought it was incredible
Until they did the fucking stupid twerking scene. I was like, do not show.
But you understand that that's part of their culture.
I understand. Is it though? Is that what you want to fucking like throw out there for your culture? Because I thought that was retarded.
You don't choose. I mean, it's just it is.
Nah, yeah, no. I get it, but shit like that, I'm like, dude, you just remove a scene like that and it would be fine. Like everything else would be fine. Because everything else, I was like, I get this, and I like that they started to talk about like more of the like the past stuff, like very older culture stuff. And that's actually kind of the stuff that I want to see in movies and television and stuff. is other cultures past and stuff in general. Like I think I would love like television shows like that, or like even watching stuff like that on like Netflix when they like something like Longmire. Longmire is like a whatever. It's probably more like a almost seems like a modern day Western bullshit, but it's like set in today's times. But there's a lot of like Indian culture that goes on with that, and it's super interesting. And they kind of they touch on it enough to where I'm like, it makes me interested. And or like the show Banshee, you know, there's a lot of that in there in Banshee. And like I want to see more of that, like, because it's super interesting. So that's just stuff that we know here in America. So if you were to do that in other cultures, on like obviously in Europe and stuff, I think I'd be extremely fascinated and all on board all the time. Like I'd just be like, especially if it's interesting. But it's like all of it sounds interesting. It sounds way cooler than a lot of the shit that they're doing out here, and we're just not getting it. And I don't know. You know, it's like I would like to see a lot more of that more often, and I think. I feel like a lot of people probably would too. Like, I mean, maybe not everyone has the same interest that I do, but at the same time, when stuff like this and certain episodes and certain whatever like happens, like a lot of people are like, yeah, that was the best version, or that was the best episode of XYZ, blah, 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 that's happened in a minute. And it's like, yeah, because let's see it. Let's see it on screen. Let's see your ghost stories. Let's see your your craziness, or like, you know, that kind of craziness, your culture's craziness. But at the same time, you know, who knows? You know, behind every little morsel of random insanity behind it, whatever, there might be a little bit of hint of truth behind it, and that's, to me, I find that super freaking interesting. And I would like to see more of that. So seeing stuff like that in movies and TV shows, I just simply want to see more of it. That whatever, you know. But
Where are you, T? He's in. Are you in a hotel?
No, I'm at a high rise downtown.
Doing them in the staircase, huh?
You're always in such fabulous places.
You doing them in the stairwells tonight?
Yeah.
My man.
Huh?
So you using the stairwell tonight?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's good, bro.
Oh,
you see me
man.
walking around. You had the camera. I was like, where the hell's he at?
Yep. Got to keep my eyes peeled, man.
Yeah.
Got walkers out here, man. Walkers are real.
They're trying to steal your iPhone, bro.
Oh,
walkers are brutal. Hey, look, since we got Rockefeller Plaza on here, like he's watched the first 2 episodes of Andor. I don't think he's on to the 3rd episode quite yet, which is the episode that has been like the more controversial,
widely talked about.
But I want to hear your overall thoughts about that. And also, has anybody else watched the 2 episodes? Like, I watched the 2nd episode with you today. Like, I was watching it, but I don't have any context to go with basically the first season and or even the first episode. I was just watching it just just watching it along with you, man. I had nothing to do, so let's go for it from there. But like, what are your opinions about Andor season 2, episode 2, or even the Andor season 2 in general? Like, what's up?
So far, what I've noticed is if you haven't watched season 1, it will be it just picks up as a guy talking to, like it just a mission starts, and there's probably like the first 10 minutes of the episode 1 are really good action. I could use that times 5 in a movie. Great. But it gets slow after that. They're talking about like, a project that's going to be a very big key plot point in this season. something for the Death Star, which is coming up. Just like in Rogue One, they're building this Death Star. Well, I guess there's a mineral they're trying to mine, something that's really important going to be for the Death. It doesn't really pertain to part 1 though. I don't see a lot of season 1 in it. So it doesn't.
There's not a lot of connection to season 1. Like what? Like if I were to go ahead and rewatch, like if I were to go ahead and watch season 1, would season 2 like make
you'll know
more
the
sense
characters
so far or not?
I mean, yeah, you'll know the characters. But just like season 1, it picks up as like it's starting a heist. Something happens, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on? Where am I?" And it's supposed to. That's what good thrillers do. You don't understand what's happening, and the further you go along, you'd be like, "Oh," and when you look back, like that's what he was fucking talking about. It makes sense now ahead. It's good, but it's really slow. They got this like wedding part going on. So I've only watched the first 2 episodes. There's a big plot thing they're talking about. I guess it happened in season episode 3 because I haven't seen it. And this is what I hate about spoilers, because people be like, I watched 2 hours so far, and all I've heard about is this one fucking scene of Star Wars. I'm like,
that's in season. That's in episode 3.
Yeah, it's like, there's more. I
watched episode 2 with you while we were all watching it, or whatever.
I haven't heard anybody talk about this.
I was like, I mean, it was fine. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was boring, but
it's boring.
Like, I just thought it was slow, and there was nothing really going on.
I always look for the light.
I'm curious. I'm curious how you feel about season 2 so far overall compared to season 1, and would you actually recommend it to people based on 2 episodes? So they dropped 3 episodes, which obviously there's the 3rd episode has the controversial bullshit going on with it. I obviously haven't seen that. Obviously, you probably like we all know that's coming up or whatever. But would you recommend the show based off these first 2 episodes?
If you're into like a dialogue, something that's like deep dialogue, it's not drawn out like I was complaining about the other day with like too much dialogue. It's just very complex. And there's a lot of it because it's intertwined with, like, right now they're doing this like wedding for the little girl from season 1, and while that's going on, there's a lot of spy work going on, like people working for the Empire that are dressed up as fucking high royal societies, and you got people that you think are your friends that aren't. There's a lot of like shady shit going on around while this fucking wedding is going on. There's some great action scenes in the first one. It depends on what you're in. If you're going into this looking for lightsabers, sword swinging, don't watch this.
No. I don't think anybody going into Andor is expecting lightsaber sword swing.
But there is some good fucking jump scares, blaster parts. There's one part where they got Andor captured and he's talking.
Here's a better question. Have you enjoyed the first 2 episodes?
Yeah, I have. Now I'm always criticizing. I can shave off 10 to 15% of each episode, but I've enjoyed it because I'm the Elden Ring guy. I like as long as it's good fucking banter and dialogue, I'm good with it. And so far, from season 1,
dude, nobody cares about that story. That's why it was boring in season 1. They're trying to get back the money they lost.
The reason that nobody cared about the story to begin with is because the story is a prequel to a random movie that relatively did okay. Because
it's just something different.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, can we take this story for what it is, which is it's the lead up to where we know where it's going, where this is the dude who's like making his mission or doing a mission on his way to get the plans for the Death Star and stuff like that, and do all the stuff from what's that one? Rogue One. Like he's doing all this stuff until Rogue One.
One thing I did notice is it's going to be pretty creative on storytelling. So we've watched these first 2 episodes, had a lot of dialogue, a lot of setup, right?
Is it creative though? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, because every week is going to be a year. They're going to jump a year ahead because we got 5 years until the Rogue One event. So this season is going to be 5 years of time, and every week they're going to jump another year. So we've been watching this. What's happened these 2 episodes, right? When we watch basically the same thing is going to happen in the next episode, and the scene happens, we're not gonna get any resolution from those characters, any what the fuck, any like their mind frames.
So
except
so
for
that's
a
that
year
seems
ahead,
just
the next time you see
just
them.
pointless. That seems just
No, it
pointless.
won't be pointless. It'll just be we won't get like the next day of how she's dealing with this. We'll get her a year ahead dealing with it, and everybody else how they've already dealt with it and repercussions. And we'll get another story like that, and it'll keep every fucking 3 is going to be a year. So how they're kind of doing the story, I'm not going to say it's working. It's definitely not as intriguing as season 1 was, and it doesn't draw me in as much. But if you did like season 1, it's a continuation of it, so you're not going to be disappointed. It's not as much action, but you won't be disappointed. It's pretty much the same. And there's a couple of things I want to before you that I do like about it. All right, the action scene in the beginning, the 10-minute action was like this first episode. The fucking white dude with the white hair that's in this thing doing. And I was pointing him out to you. He has some crazy fucking facial expressions, and I was like. I said in episode 1 and 2 would be a fucking fantastic villain, and in episode 2 he does like a heel turn. I'm like, I fucking knew it. It's like he's a great. And then the blaster scene where fucking Andor is sitting there like he's captured and he's talking to people, and like while he's talking to people, boom, it just shoots out the side. I'm like, it's a fucking jump scare that'll get you. It got me twice, and I guarantee to get me a third time, even though I know it's there because how fucking well executed it is. So certain things I've drawn out of it that I like, but I'm not gonna say it's 100.
So the consensus so far is Rockefeller is vibing with season 2 so far. I don't know, Andy, did you see it yet? Have you been watching it? Did you even watch season 1?
Yeah, I watched season 1. It's okay. This second season, like I'm not a big fan of.
Not a big fan. Like, is there anything that you can dispute against what Rockefeller was saying? Like, do you like it like more, or like, or is it just okay?
It's
like,
just I don't think
I'm not gonna
what it's doing at all with Star Wars anymore. I think it's just I was like my expectations.
You're just done with Star Wars. I mean,
I'll
like,
never be done with Star Wars, but I don't think they care.
I feel like Rockefeller came around like probably long after I went on my like Star Wars rant on DA stream where I was just like, fuck Star Wars, fuck this, blah blah, and I just went off for like, I don't know, 5 minutes or some shit. But he probably doesn't know that I'm like, it's not that I dislike Star Wars, I just dislike the state of whatever is going on with Star Wars and how like Disney's doing stuff, and like, so I'm not the biggest fan. But I have no problem watching some of my friends talk about it, and I will talk about what I'm watching while I'm watching it. Like that is not a problem. But also, don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to come at it from like a very maybe biased opinion, which is going to be a biased opinion of I don't like this to begin with. You know what I mean? So, and I have no problem saying that. That's all good. But so watching it's been interesting because it's like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, like it's like I want to support that you're watching it, but it's like I do not like what Star Wars is doing in general, or what I've been watching for a minute. So or for like, I don't know, the minutes that I waste on it, it's crazy. And like
when I watch A New Hope, Star Wars A New Hope, I mean, that's like film cinema gold to me. The way that they're like, he did one take of the shit. Like, for example, when he gets caught, he goes,
only 5 minutes. Like, how long did I go off?
Camera back and forth. It's like one shot. All I did was do this once. Put the thing up.
Vorpal Snack says only 5 minutes. How long did I go off? Like, I don't even remember. I remember I finally got fed up because everybody just compares every other thing to Star Wars all the time. And like, I just like, I don't know, like something flipped in me and I was just like, I need to say something. And like, I guess people need to hear me for all of like, maybe I talked for more than 5 minutes, but I think I almost hope I didn't, but like, I understand if I did, but yeah. I was like, nah, I'm done with the Star Wars shit. Like because everything is it's so bad, and everybody compares everything to Star Wars, and fuck Star Wars.
Andy, let me ask you about one Star Wars film and how you think. What do you think about Episode 3?
Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. Uncle T, what do you think about Revenge of the Sith?
Actually, like I could agree with you. I actually like
He's
that
muted.
one.
I think I remember Uncle T saying, where he turned into fucking Darth Vader and he's all crying and shit. I think Uncle T doesn't like it. And I was like,
No, I
wait a
don't like
minute.
that. I don't like. I thought. I don't like Star Wars, man, like that, dude. I'm telling you, man, that Vader scene, man, when he turned into Vader.
T doesn't like Star Wars, and like from what I've heard, like T basically doesn't like most Star Wars, but the one that
Throughout
he does not
Star
really
Wars,
like is freaking Lord of the Rings, which is like, are you a God fearing man? Are you a Christian? Like, what's going on here, man? Because like, or like a Catholic, whatever. Like, come on, man. What are you doing?
Well,
What are you doing to us when you say that you hate when you're not a Lord of the Rings fan? If you're not one of the people that are following LOTR,
but it's what he did,
if
what he
you're
said
not
makes
doing
sense
that,
because there's so many different iterations over the years that there's got to be one movie or even a scene that you like from or something that you don't like or disagree with because there's so many different ones. And like perfect thing for Andor. Andor is written by this guy Tony Gilroy. It's very I like the space opera. What I liked about Grey Boat. It's almost a fucking music kid. I felt like I was composing right the whole fucking time. Like when I'm playing Elden Ring. Not only is it great composing, but the fucking scene and everything they're doing is building up with it. And that's how great Hope was to me. Ryan Coogler is still good at using music as films like James Gunn. You know, like not too many people do it though anymore that actually compose with their filmmaking.
I would say like James Gunn uses like I don't want to say like classical music, but it's like he uses certain he uses like you know you ever listen to like
licensed music.
The radio randomly and it's like
Yeah.
oh here's classic rock and all of a sudden it's something you grew up around and you're like oh my god am I this old. Like that's the music that he uses. He uses the music where you're just like you hear it and you're like oh, I'm this old now. Like that's the music that he uses all the fucking time. And it's only like as much as it's good music. I mean, you still like it because it's from your era, but at the same time, you still feel like I'm too old to be listening to this shit, like or whatever. Like that's the music that he uses, like all the fucking time. It's like if all of a sudden Local H came on, I'd be like, oh my god, like what is happening? Like,
You don't like Local H, bro?
no, I do. That's what I'm saying. I like that. But if I heard it and they were like, "Hey, this is the new hip shit right now," I'd be like,
mainstream.
What happened?" Like, oh,
It's sold out. Don't listen to them anymore.
Yeah, if I heard freaking NIMBY, oh my god.
It's like if you want to be hip nowadays, have something that's like gritty,
just
dark,
thinking,
Nirvana
just thinking about the titles or like even the bands from back then is like, I feel like I'm feeling my bones crack as I'm talking about it. It's brutal. Like this shit is rough, guys. It's rough.
So I think I'm going to check this movie out and y'all's recommendation for Sinners because I'm looking for a good movie to see this weekend.
Don't see that movie. That movie is trash, dude. Don't see that movie. You will be better served. Waiting.
Okay, look. You heard me and Andy talk about it. I was actually relatively against it, but at the same time, I said I recommended it. Andy was like all for it, while also saying that he fully recommends it. But T saw it, and let's hear T's response on this, because like I would say like it's worth watching at least once, but I'm curious about T's response overall. Let's go for it. Let's go.
Make me not go, T.
That movie's not good, man. There's no usefulness to watching that movie. That movie is definitely something you can maybe watch once in your life on Max and then forget about it, dude. It's such a jumbled up story, man. It to me, I didn't think it was seamless at all. I mean, it's dumb. It's a dumb story, dude, and it's shot dumb. And it's not enough good to overcome the bad. The bad is really bad, and Act 3 is really bad. It's a totally different movie. Act 3 it's got nothing to do with Act 1 or 2. and they try to. I don't care about this whole conjuring up music and do all this. God dang, you could conjure up anything. You can't conjure up money, but you can conjure up demons. Come on, man, just crazy to me. Just man, don't be a get along to get along. That's what this movie is, man. I mean, if you want something different, sure, it give you something different, man. But other than why, man, it's not his best work at all, man. It's not a good movie to me, in my opinion. It's not a good movie. It is up there with Black Panther 2. Just randomness, just total randomness.
Goddamn, throwing down Black Panther 2 on that one. All right.
You might have discerned me with that one. Then.
What's something that you disliked about it? Was it the storytelling? Was it the music? Was it the way that they portrayed like the third act? I understand what you talked about with like the third act. I actually thought that was like probably some of the weaker parts of it. But what about it when as you were watching it that you were like, I really dislike what is happening here. Like, you know what I mean?
I really disliked. I didn't like the twerking. I thought the music aspect and all that stuff was stupid. I felt like it was it's just kowtowing for just stupidity and like these fucking social constructs of how to put together. And this is the meaning of this. You have fucking Frosted Lucky Charms fucking doing the fucking leprechaun crip walk, and they're just doing. It was stupid, man. It was dumb. It wasn't. It was a story that's trying to convince you it's talking in a straight line while wiggling across the road. And this is just, to me, I didn't like that. I didn't like how the vampires were just random, just literally random vampires. It didn't make sense. So the vampire strong, super strong to bust out of the fucking there's a scene where the vampire is behind a locked door. He's strong enough to bust out of that, but when he's fighting the twin brother, somehow his powers go away. That's what I mean about it. Just wasn't. It didn't make any sense, and things are happening so fast to make your brain shut off and not focus on the story that you're like, ugh. At least that's how I felt.
Can we clip that and make it short, please? Can you?
I gotta say, T, I love your reviews, man. Even when I love
T is like hands down my favorite person I get to talk to all the time. Like, oh my god, I look forward to everything that he's about to say. I'm just like, hey, let me throw you a question, and then it's oh my god, like I almost want to make
that he's so direct with what he likes, because I hate people.
But he's not lying, and it's all true.
I never said he's lying. I'm saying he's direct with it.
No. I know.
Like, it's not for me, bro. I appreciate. If you fucking hate it, say you fucking hate it. I get it, T. Like, bro, because sometimes I'm so tired of having to sit there and be like, all opinions are welcome. It's like, bro, I fucking hated it. If you need me to tell you you can have an opinion, then you forfeited your right to an opinion.
And I appreciate them doing something different. Man, we always begging for that, right? And I just think that wasn't. I just thought that was like kind of hacky. It just didn't. What did that didn't make my brain smarter? I actually felt dumber walking
brain good. It wasn't good over here on the brain.
It was definitely brain goo. Just what is this? I'm sure the accountant, when I watch the accountant 2 on Sunday, it's going to be amazing, man. I'm looking forward to that just because I want to see a follow-up to a great movie. But this movie wasn't necessary.
As much as I kind of want to talk about The Accountant 2, I also realize most people probably did not watch it like I did. Like literally about, I don't know, at this point, I guess 4 to 5 hours ago, give or take. And I don't want to spoil it, but at the same time, it seems like a movie that people are actually looking forward to. And after watching it, what I will say as maybe a slight spoiler is I would say it's worth watching. It's fun. Like John Bernthal being in it a lot more than he was in the first one, which I don't think is that much of a spoiler. He's like in the trailer, and if you watch the first movie, you will understand. He's fucking hilarious. Like I would say just him alone is like worth watching. And yeah, the story, other than that, I would say is like watching a old like 90s, maybe early 2000s movie where they didn't know they were going to do a second movie. And so they just like threw together a random bullshit fucking story and they made it work. And they just happen to have great actors that were doing the scenes with what the kind of mediocre story they had going on. I would say this: it's a mediocre story with great actors that are around it. There you go. That's my review on Accountant 2, and without seeing or without you guys saying it. But
What's funny is when you
I'd
just
be
said,
curious to hear what people would be like what people would say about that.
I was thinking John Bernthal was like hired on to be in this film for like an enemy, but you're like, no, if you've seen the first one, he's at the end. I was like, he's at the end. Oh shit, that is him. He's fighting at the end, isn't it?
No, at the end of it, like, okay,
Brother.
look.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
yeah,
oh, wait.
it's his brother.
part
So
one. He's
in
in part
this,
one.
he's like he gets thrown in like because it's his brother, and because it's his brother
Been a
gets
while
to
since
like
seen it.
kind of shit talk
Would
him.
you say they're
You know-
more brothers than last time? Is it like a
Oh,
sequel?
100%. Like he is so funny with him. Like it's the way that you would expect to like look. I just had the awesome experience of being able to get like to meet people like Andy out in Vegas and whatever. But it's like as soon as we met each other, it's like I felt like I could have easily shit talked this guy, no problem, or like he could have shit talked me back, and there would have been no animosity there at all.
Everybody
Like,
feels so
like
comfortable shit talking me, and I hate it. I don't know why people think that they can talk to me with this tone of voice, but it needs to fucking stop, or I'm
Anybody
gonna put the fuck out.
want to talk shit to Andy?
what I'm saying more with that is like there's just a certain amount of comfortability that you have with meeting certain people or whatever. It's just like I'll hang out with you. Like I have no problem hanging out with you. I have no problem being in the same place with you. I have no problem whatever being around you in general. Like those things do not matter or whatever. But also at the same time, hey, if you want to talk shit about like your drinking capabilities or whatever else is going on around you, these things, those things are all up for shit talking value. You know, like you can just shit talk all this stuff, no problem. And if you're around the right people, nobody fucking cares. It's crazy how that works when you're around a bunch of dudes. But yeah, that just happens, and that's how like the movie plays out in general. Like he's around his brother. It's around his brother, even though he knows his brother is, you know, autistic to like a certain degree or whatever. But he just shit talks him. Like he just throws out random like insults or whatever, and like he doesn't understand the insults, but it's like the way that it plays out, dude. The whole theater was laughing and everything. Like I had a great time. Like I actually had a really good time watching this movie. So yes, I would recommend the movie. I would also say this that maybe it's not as good as I'm thinking that it was because I was also I was a little toasty. I'm not gonna lie,
Toasty.
But it was a good time, which is surprising because there's been times where I have not been doing any of that, and I fucking hated whatever movie I was on.
Hey,
So
play that video I sent you in the private chat for
no.
Quentin
But
Evans.
also, but also, yes. As
So what's the next big movie we're looking forward to?
I'll play it, Master Andy. I'll
Because
play
I'm gonna be watching Andor season 2 just because I bought the fucking Disney Plus for the month, and I'm gonna be watching Last of Us for the next month. And if it doesn't get any better, I'm not gonna get another month of fucking HBO Max. So like, what's the next like movie we should be looking forward to in the next 2-3 weeks? That you know, anybody anticipating anything big? I know Fantastic Four and
Well,
Superman.
so
That's not
no.
looking forward. That's like 2 months.
The next thing is going to be Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is the next one.
Oh yeah, that's May 2nd?
It's May 2nd, and I'm going to be doing a stream on May 3rd, which is my birthday, which will be a Saturday. I was thinking about trying to do a stream where I'm doing
Can we do it on like Friday night or something? Like, make sure we all get a chance to see it Friday.
no, I'm doing my fucking on my goddamn birthday, man. I'm not trying to change that.
Oh no, I
Shut
mean
the hell up.
at least
Like-
Friday night. You know, I don't want you to be like
no,
Wednesday night. You got early access.
It'll be Saturday.
Okay, that's perfect.
So Saturday will be
Oh, your birthday. Yeah.
Wait, when's your birthday, Syfax?
Oh my god! Like,
When's your birthday?
What day was it again?
look, like I met Andy. He's bigger than me, and at this point right now, I have like every point in my body makes me want to just be able to reach out and slap the fucking piss out of this motherfucker. I would just be like, "Let's go, let's go!" Like I'm gonna lose this fight, but I'm gonna fucking try so goddamn hard. You have no idea. Like,
I'll be happy losing this.
you
fight.
fucking liar.
When's your birthday?
God damn it. May 3rd. So it'll be May
All right.
3rd.
You heard it here first. May 3rd, I will run a 24-hour stream on my channel. Do not.
May 3rd, go check out fucking Hold My DualShock while they fucking hold my
not come
jock,
to this channel,
you
whatever you
fucking
do.
asshole.
Like it's gonna be a pettiness stream. It's just gonna be a pettiness.
Yeah, we're gonna do a petty stream because
It's a
fuck
spite
me,
stream.
right?
Do you ever see that the spite store on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
You know, at the same time, like I'm actually curious if you did it. Like you'd probably actually get more fucking stream, like you'd get more views than I would, and like I don't know how I'd feel about that. Actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. I know exactly how I'd feel about that. I'd just be fucking laughing. I'd just be fucking laughing.
It would be the
I
tackiest.
would have my
move in
I would have
YouTube
my own
history.
stream going with like 2 people watching, and I would just be laughing in like semi pain. I'd be like, oh my god, like what is happening?
It'd be hilarious if we like live streamed you, like pulled up your stream in stream,
I'd
watching you.
just be sitting there like this with probably like a sad like fucking like Burger King hat or some shit. Like I don't know, I'll find something. I'll just be like like just stream me for like 3 hours or some shit and be like, and you make all the money. Oh, I'm tell you this. I'll tell you this.
Andy.
There's a lot of people I met in person down out
But don't invite them.
in Vegas that I don't know if they wanted to say that like, hey, fuck you, like we ditched you on that stream. I don't know. I might look like I might be able to uppercut them into oblivion. It'd be an interesting story. Like, I'm talking to you, MSK. You fuck. Like, but no, man, dude, running into everybody out in Vegas was it was interesting. I think, you know, like, look, I've been basically joking with people, but at the same time is relatively true. Whereas like when I met people in person, they were just like, "Oh, you didn't look like how you look like online," and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, is it the camera angles? Is it the lighting? If anything, maybe my face is fatter and or skinnier. I more than likely probably fatter. But I would meet these people, and I'm like, dude, I've streamed with you like at least 3 to 4 times, like multiple times, and they just like they were like, okay, I believe you. And what I think it's just because I'm taller than they expected me to be. Because like I felt like when I met like Hold My DualShock here, when I met freaking Andy and I met Katie, like Andy was telling me about how he's he's said the stories of how he's like a rugby player, but he was like a certain type of position player on there, which sounds like a big position. Like he's like 6'2", 6'3", and then Katie is, I don't know what she like 5'6", 5'7", but when she wears heels, whatever. I'm just like, okay, I was expecting to meet like kind of tall people. Like, that didn't like flabbergast my mind when I freaking met you guys in person. But me meeting all these other people and realize, like they were just like, what is happening? And I'm like, the fuck do you mean, dude? I mean, that's an interesting way to learn that nobody watches any of my shit. Like, so that was fun. That was interesting. Oh my god!
Yeah.
One missed messages.
Yeah.
Christ.
You saw T's nicknames, Whiskey Packs and Slurfax.
Yes, what are you drinking on tonight, Syfax?
You need to have those.
Dude, am I slurring that bad right now? Am I doing that?
Yeah.
What's in the glass, man? Let us know. We want some.
Dude,
Sure.
I don't feel like I'm slurring that bad. Am I slurring
Yeah?
that bad?
You sound like you're fucking the snorks. Oh, you talk like you're fucking Atlantean. What do you say? Jesus Christ, man.
Sounds
Boy.
good, bro. Sounds good.
Blowing bubbles when
Quiz
you
it,
talk.
yes.
I sound like I'm dude. No, okay.
Quiz
Even
it,
when I'm
yes.
not drinking, I kind of like have a little bit of a. Do you not see the gaps in my? Oh, okay, maybe you don't see the gaps in my teeth, but
Pause.
like I have. There's no pause in that, dude. I naturally kind of slur when I fucking talk, dude. It's a problem, and it's
not a problem, brother.
it's fucking embarrassing.
You like wish.
And then if I drink a little bit, then I can shay here and I can. Sometimes I slur. I can slur just a little bit. Yeah. Yes, but I have gaps in my teeth. Like even if I'm barely buzzed, I sound like that. Jesus Christ. Is that what actually happens? Is that why people think I'm like extra drunk all the time, even when I'm like, oh my god.
You're about to sit here and be like,
that actually makes sense. But yeah, where it's like the S's or whatever, like it's like that the S sound like really comes out, dude. Whatever, dude. I've met a bunch of you in real life. You've seen my teeth. I have gaps everywhere.
I wasn't
Like,
looking at your
I
mouth,
sound
Paul.
like that.
Yeah,
Nobody's looking at my
other dudes'
fucking mouth.
mouths.
Dude. Nobody's
Aren't your
looking,
teeth
but
in your mouth?
nobody's
Paul?
looking.
I mean,
But you heard what I sound like in person. Actually, if anything, shit, like I don't know. Andy would be the last person that I like met in person. Like, if anything, I sound, I don't know.
Come on.
What
Use
is
your big
what,
words.
Yeah, let me use the big words now. Let me use the big words because I'm not trying to slur right now.
You sound sophisticated.
Oh my god! Everybody,
No, but it's like I sound like
Sylvester Syfax. I thought I put it tack
on the mic here. Like this thing is boosted like to like 30 decibels above what I normally sound like, but talking to me in person, like I'm pretty silent. Like, like my voice does not carry at all. Like I sound like I kind of sound like I've been smoking for like a long time, which I have.
That raspy
you sound
voice.
like you sound like you're saying Uncle Spruce. Uncle
Yeah,
Spruce.
it's like Donald Duck's like, hey, Uncle T. Yeah,
That's a good impression, T.
It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that.
Oh
Hey,
my
I'm not
God.
lying though. I'm telling you the truth. But also,
lying,
you
lying.
fucking met me. Like,
Did Andy change his profile picture again? I think Andy changed the profile picture again.
Yeah. You know what, Quentin, man? You know what, Quentin, man? I'm telling you, man. I hope you eat a bag of dicks, big bag of dicks. You know what I mean? Fucking orgasmo style.
Will gaps in teeth help that dick
Yeah.
eating, or
I
is
hope
that
you eat a
What?
bag of dicks, a big bag of dicks, buddy. There you go. Glizzy.
I'm sorry.
Glizzies.
Why
You too, Joseph.
why is he eating like a bag of like triple glizzies? What's going on,
This
dude? What's
this
going on,
yawn
dude?
shit. This yawn shit has got to stop.
Look,
eat,
when I
eat
was
glizzies.
in the back before I came on and I was listening, Syfax was giving his chat is king speech, and now we're to the point of Uncle T aggressively telling the chat to eat a bag of dicks. It's amazing.
Eat a bag of glizzies.
No, we're
Just eat
like I think at this
We do
point
both sides here.
we're telling one person to eat a bag of dicks.
He clearly just told two separate
Look, dude,
individuals.
I go out of my way to
Scales
see
have
Chat is King all the time, and people are like, look, the reason I say that is because, like, obviously, I've been somebody in the chat a bunch of times and whatever. So let me go ahead and confirm that, where it's like, look, I'm someone who is in a lot of people's chats or whatever, and I like getting shouted out and whatever. I indulge in stuff like that. Like that shit's awesome. Whatever. Like I appreciate getting shouted out, and I understand that other people like getting shouted out too. Also, the reason why, even when I do my streams and stuff, that I will like throw out the invite to have people onto my streams and whatnot. Like, so again, I will say that right now. Like, we're about like 2 hours and 10 minutes, whatever. So I don't know how much longer we're gonna go on, but look, guys, you're invited on. You just have to shoot me a message on X at Gallows the Media, and you can hang with us with my avatar or with my my logo. Like,
I dare you. I dare you to say your alphabets all together at once. I dare you. And after that,
A B C
I wanna hear
D E
one
F D H A J K L M N O P. That's as far as I'm going. But
You said D for G.
There you go.
I
There you
absolutely
go.
did not.
You play back on the tape.
Yeah, running back.
A
running
B
back.
C D E F D.
Wow.
I've thought about putting the link in the chat before, but my chats are so volatile. I don't need to be just screamed at. I know it'd be terrible.
Where we at? I can clip that. Clip it, guys.
Go ahead and clip it. Go for it.
Somebody go back. It's 4.5 minutes.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Like,
We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
I'll fix it in post. It's fine.
So underneath it says clip. All right, I got it on my phone. It's too hard to do. If anybody else can go underneath, go back a minute, clip that, and then send it to his Twitter account. See, then we can share it.
Hey, to be fair, on a whole other subject, we haven't got another Jurassic Park.
You
trailer.
guys are acting like I'm drinking something. I don't. I don't know what you're talking about, but
That's the first one to come out before Fantastic Four and Superman. And that, what you're about to say makes sense. What are you saying?
We don't have any other trailers, man. Really, you don't have another Smurfs trailer. You don't have anything. You got. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Come on, man.
We was talking about this last night, though. We think Jurassic World or Park, whatever it's going to do, is going to fucking dominate. And I think they got it perfectly set up. It's 2 days before 4th of July weekend that they probably don't need to market as strong. That's probably why Fantastic Four and Superman, Fantastic Four is marketing harder than Superman, which is marketing harder than Jurassic, because the way it's set up, it's Jurassic fucking Park, which is 2 days before 4th of July, a week later, then Superman, then Fantastic Four. So Fantastic Four has these two big ass movies before it. So it's marketing a lot, trying to draw them in. They have a bad fucking date. You know what I mean? Jurassic Park has a really good fucking date to be set up to make some cash. So I don't think they really need to
it's going to do well. I don't think it's do well because you never really got a horror movie of a Jurassic Park. I think it's hard to take you're not going to take kids to a rated R movie or something that's strong. I don't think it's going to do that well. I think it'll disappoint more than it goes up the top. It just not when you got. It's probably gonna be rated R, right? Or is it rated PG-13? Those movies don't really do well with the younger audience, man. I mean, not when you got the Smurfs and you got the Fantastic Four, which is a family movie, man. Like, I don't see it doing real well. I don't see July being a big box office. You know, you're not going to. Barbenheimer was lightning in the bottle. You're not going to do that. Just like Mission Impossible is not going to do well. This is not going to do well to me, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be. I think Superman will underwhelm. I think all those movies will underwhelm, like big time.
Oh no, I agree, T. I think this summer is going to be catastrophic. I think it's going to be a big wake up call.
Yeah.
I think people, and I think every time you see another one of these films, like Minecraft, everybody's talking about Minecraft, bro. 5-6 years ago, before COVID, that film would have already crossed $1 billion. I'm convinced.
Yeah, you're right. And it's only what 400, I think.
It's like 7 or something.
7.
But it's
you're talking. Okay.
But it's not doing well by pre-COVID numbers. And then like you look at Marvel films, not even making 500. Like bad Marvel films used to make 400 or 500.
Are Marvel films a reason to like? They're one of the like key reasons that they used to be the blockbuster films, and we could bank on 3 of those, and it'd always be a competing film. And Marvel's decline in success, they're one of the major reasons behind
Marvel ruined the entire industry because it made people immune to sincerity. And you can only make so many jokes before people crave sincerity. And I think that's why Superman's in trouble, because it's not going to be, it's LARPing as sincere, but it's like Marvel sincerity.
Yeah, Marvel destroyed everything, man. It's true. It's fucking sad.
Well,
like,
they're victim of their own success. You had to, like, if you think about things, they had to fail. It was just going to keep going on and on and on. Society's like that, right? You'll be moving in a society, everybody's making their money, paying their bills, and then what happens? Boom, we got COVID. Damn. Well, why do we have COVID? Everything was going great before then. You know, it's always, you got to stop it because, you know, otherwise it's going to keep going on forever. Inflation, rent being over $2,500 for a 1-bedroom. No, you have to do a screeching halt, because if you don't, because it's checks and balances, right?
Good, Vorpal Snack says they agree. Like,
the whole panel should get a 5-minute mute because not one member said pause after bag of dicks. Marple Snack says I agree.
that might be true. That might be.
That's a pause.
Man, we've been going too hard. None of us said pause for real.
Dude, look, look, Marvel and Disney. When we say Marvel,
you guys are calling me out for being too drunk. Like shit, like you guys aren't even drinking, but apparently you're not even calling out the pauses. T,
no,
like what's going on your end?
Sorry, I was being a grown up. Sorry, my bad. I was being a grown up.
I didn't mean to cut you off either, T. Keep going.
No worries. Look, I just feel like if you look at that. The reason why they had to stop Disney, man. Disney is they pumping out $1 billion, even on that damn Lion King. That was terrible, dude. They made money on that. Aladdin. It's $1 billion a pop. Man, come on. You know how much money they can hide in production costs? And, it's $400 million.
That's a great point, T. Just like in the video games, now they set the standard for these video games to be $80 minimum. Doesn't matter what you're getting. You can be minimum. Disney set the standard to where, production costs what, Andy? $300 million on any movie, even an independent film? Who the fuck got that kind of money?
Well, and they lie, bro. They keep
to where it's like
about these budgets. It's so
they're setting these standards that are fucking beyond, normal, and nobody can fucking compete with besides huge corporations. Just like T said, you need a hard reset. Maybe they need a fucking wake-up call. Man. Because
everything
$300 million to produce a movie that you're hoping will make $1 billion. Whoa. Maybe you should get like 80 million. Syfax said it so much. Was the Godzilla Day One? I think that Joker was like $90 million to make and market.
Godzilla minus one was
Godzilla minus one was like 12, maybe $13 million at best. So
they'll probably rock 90 million. That's a lot of money. Yeah, what if I tell you there's only 12?
To see what they did with that movie is that should be an embarrassment to Hollywood in general.
It should be embarrassment to the movie critics because they tried to sabotage that film, and it proved that people will take a good story even if it doesn't look perfect over these soulless Hollywood CGI fests.
Something that has life and feeling. Yes.
You remember
that movie was awesome, man. Like, so the people that maybe want to try to disparage it or something, and honestly, fuck you. Like, I'm sorry that movie was awesome. I don't know what people are saying when they say it wasn't that great or whatever. Like,
Oh, bro, no, they were trying to say that it was
on
slave
top
labor.
on top of what, like, how much it costs and everything, like, that thing was amazing. So
They're out there telling people that those poor Japanese people were made to work in sweatshops making that film.
well, screw those people. Screw them.
I bet you the Japanese people that are getting money are probably happy. Were happy they signed the. They don't have an issue with it, but the fucking industry wants you to believe they were fucking having a horrible time because there's nothing worse than people actually having a good fucking job, getting paid nice.
Well, Hollywood
having
always
another
screws it
job
up.
coming. Yeah, Hollywood's gonna be slave
But
labor.
they always screw it up. Remember Paranormal Activity? They made that for less than almost $100,000. That movie wanted to make it like 80 million, and then you got 10 Paranormal Activities after that. Oh, damn, we got to make Paranormal Activities. They always overdo it. They did it with Joker. The Joker made small budget. They made $1 billion, and they come back with Joker 2, A Follow You Do, because they have to. They know that when something is successful, that would explain. Joker 2 would explain why Aquaman 2 was a completely different movie than Aquaman 1. And you're like, God damn, that was fucking awful, dude. How could you have made that trash shoulder? Because they can't sustain the goodness that they have. They cannot do that, man. Like, the movies that are coming out right now, yeah, some of them may have they're better movies on Tubi right now than out in the theaters. That is horrendous. Horrendous. That movie that's coming out with Idris Elba and freaking John Cena, that should be a in the theaters movie, but it's coming out on freaking Amazon. Why?
Probably because all the movies that are coming out have to be blockbusters. May 2nd is probably gonna. That's another thing. When I go to Thunderbolts coming out this week, and I guarantee it's gonna have Thunderbolts 2D, Thunderbolts 3D, 4 showings of Thunderbolts. Like, there's no other movies. Why is there 8 screenings for Thunderbolts? I know it's a blockbuster, but and then you said something like this, T. This movie you're talking about could have a theatrical release, but there's probably no room in the theater for it because Disney's fucking buying all the fucking theaters. When you see any
compete against each other, man. When they used to compete against each other, it was far better. The movie stayed in the theaters a lot longer, man. And then even if there was new competition in the week coming up, they still had enough theater times where you can go. It's such an orchestrated mathematical thing that has really, the statistics have killed entertainment, man. I hate the statistics of things because it's banking on something that's a possibility instead of a certainty. The future of entertainment is females. Okay, so we're gonna put homely looking females. Where is the big Lizzo looking chick that's a movie star? There's not, because that shit doesn't exist. It does not exist because people don't want to see that. That's not attractive. Hey, boys buy comic books to see the females with the big tits, big ass, and dream girl. The girl they always wanted to go after and get. That's why girls get dressed up in skimpy cosplay outfits and they're always packed out. They're not looking to be Lizzo.
On that T, episode 1, season 2, Andor opens up with the biggest ass I've ever seen. It's so I don't know how the wardrobe department made something to put around this fucking thing. Good God, that thing is enormous. I'm like, holy shit. And they put it right in the middle of the scene. It's like this, T. It's like enormous, T. So if the screen's like this, it's as big as my face. Walking away, it's like, holy shit, bro! You need to hit the motherfucking cardio. What the hell happened, baby? And, but I mean, she looks great. She looks positive, doesn't she, ladies and gentlemen? Like, holy shit!
I'm positive I don't want to see her.
Does she though? Yeah, like I'm
just saying what everybody's thinking.
I don't believe you. Like,
I don't watch it. You'll be like, "Oh my, hey Rock, is that what you're talking? Holy shit! There it is. Yeah, I know that. Right up in the shot. It's right here. Boom.
Are they good? Is Hollywood good at telling stories anymore?
No.
It's all in video games. Video games make more money, and
they're not even going to make video games anymore.
They're not even going to video games, but I mean, that's where they were. Just telling stories. When it comes like to video games, they'll have the main story, right? But
Quinn,
stories.
One second, Quentin. Go ahead and send me a picture of yourself, or like into the like onto X, and I'll make a meme out of it real quick. Like it'll be cheap. It'll be quick and dirty. If you want a whole bunch of bag of dicks in your mouth, like I'll do it for you. I'll do it. Go for it. And like he was he was asking for it, so yeah, go for it. Send me a picture of yourself, because whatever ones that I had before, I probably are already deleted or whatever. But
Quentin is crazy, man. Quentin.
hey,
Oh, man.
he was asking for it. Like, what is it? Like, just a couple, whatever. I'll find out later. But
I don't think I agree with what Andy said.
I got the smoke. Let's go.
I agree with what Andy said about, hey, they're gonna be hurting this summer movie wise. I think so. I think that they know that the fans are tired of what they're trying to do, man. And what they'll do is they'll tease us with something, and then they'll go back to the same old stupid stuff, man. Like, stop all this female-centered entertainment, man. Females do not go to the movies to see them rescue the guy. That's not going to turn them on. They're not going to say, you know what? After this, let's make out because I just saved your life. No, they don't want that.
You are so right, T. And that's the problem is they've let themselves believe they've figured out the answer to like millions of years of just the way people behave, like thousands of years of culture. And so somebody told, like with Star Wars and all these things, Marvel, somebody said, hey, did you know that there's a gap where we have 70% of our audience is male, and so if we can bump to be 50.
What's up, Rafa? Thanks for jumping on.
Like there's just
Andy.
Like enormous, like they think there's this enormous marketplace that they can tap into. It just doesn't exist. There's a reason those people aren't interested in these topics.
No,
like never have it. Yeah,
it wasn't nothing to do with that, man. It's not a sustainable business plan, not a good business format. It actually alienates the people who you like. Look at the toy industry. The toy industry is virtually gone because you know what? It said, we're going to go all in on women's toys.
Yeah.
We're going to go all in. And they did it with Ghostbusters, dude. Ghostbusters, when you had that female-centered Ghostbusters, what boys are going to buy a girl toy to play with in Ghostbusters? They're not.
Zero.
They're not. That's why they're talking about, I told you guys, they're always talking about recruiting. So they talk about, well, man, we're going to make a non-binary. So you make it neutral. So it's instead of saying it's unisex, they'll say it's non-binary. That way you don't know. Oh my gosh, the boys can play with the girls' toys and the girls can play with the boys' toys. No, cut it out. Girls have always played with boys' toys. Boys haven't played with girls' toys. They don't like that. Where are the boys that say, I want a My Little Pony? They don't. Come on, man. They're not around like that. And if they are, they're playing in secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're right. Like this whole idea that like girls didn't know about these things and they were just waiting for you to make it for them. No, they weren't. Yeah.
The stuff that's going on nowadays, look, like the I don't know, the indulgence of going to, I don't know, let's say certain types of events and whatever. Let's say where you're going to an anime event, you're going to a certain con here or there. These aren't inherently like exactly a guy's trait thing, but the guys that go to them want to dress as their characters. The girls that go to them, they do it for different reasons than guys go to it for. Like guys do it because it's like, hey, I'm dressing up as some of my favorite characters.
Girls, fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's like, dude, check out what I do. Like, check out what I did. And girls go to those to get their subscriber counts up and whatever. Like that's it. They're there for the money. They don't like 90% of them do not care. There are some who do. There, and you know, the random legit ones are who are about what let's say some of whatever the animes are about. It's obvious, you know. It's like
the odds of running into a cosplayer at a con. not like
the obvious thing of them being there is like, or the thing that they're being there for and what they're promoting is usually not actually the anime. It's they're promoting themselves. That's it. Yeah, that's about it. And
fun bags.
It's been like that for a while, but it's becoming way more and more obvious. And if you can't point that out, I think at a certain point that's on you, you know. But there you go.
You need males in society. Males are the ones who build things. They figure things out, right? They they know how to work out their differences without doing a cat fight. I think that because they're looking at the demographics again, the statistics of things, they're betting on a future that is not going to be as relevant as they are pretending it is. Everything is more female centered, and this will be the period in which it will be forgotten. It'll be a forgotten blockade of 5 to 10 years where everybody says, man, that is a forgettable age of stuff. And they're going to rewrite over it because it's nonsense. Nonsense. You just talked earlier about actresses. There are no actresses that stand out. They're like, oh man, you guys didn't say, hey man, we could have put I could have saw Zendaya in the accountant role instead of Anna Kendrick. No, she's unappealing. She's unappealing. She's not an attractive girl. It's not a one size fits all. Man, this is just a black girl. I could just insert somebody else. No, because the characters that we're describing have depth. That's why a black snake doesn't work for that genre of things, because wait a minute, that's not the idea. That's not the person I had in mind for this particular role. It's not a one size fits all thing, because if you are, you're not going to say what identifies somebody from being different and having uniqueness to it. That character has a uniqueness to it that everybody knows to be real. And now you're going to insert some black dude he doesn't have a chance. He doesn't have a chance to live up to what people's expectations of what they already know to be true. Because it's like, you're a phony. You're phony, dude. You're phony. And then what? He's going to test himself.
Right. Chance to act.
No, he's not.
Yep.
And he needs to eat, so he's going to take a check. So he's got undue hate coming on him. Pause. Because of
hate coming on him.
Yeah.
What do you think about someone like so when they did Django Unchained, right? Like with
coming all over the place.
with Quentin Tarantino, Django Unchained. Like, I think that was like probably one of the better versions of something that was set in a time that is very, very controversial. And then I think they did that pretty right.
I didn't watch it, man, because I'm not really.
You didn't watch that? Oh, come on!
I didn't watch that, dude. I didn't really watch that. I'm not really into the slave porn. I'm not into that shit. So like
I mean, like if anything, that's not slave porn. That's like I don't know, slave like if you want to go with the words slave to begin with into it, it'd be like a slave like getting themselves out of what their predicament is, which is slavery, and then like destroying the people that put them in there. Like if anything, it's like.
So the people that did that stuff, man, they're no longer around, man. And I can't get my stuff caught up in fantasy about that other stuff, man. All that does is rile people up to do stupid shit and think fucking Robin Hood and shit. So that's why I'm like, whatever.
It could like wild people up or rile people up in general. But I don't know. I think it would I don't know, especially people like Quentin Tarantino, because just because of how controversial his dialogue is in general, like I feel like, I don't know, a white, weird, random dude like that's out there is it's kind of opening stuff like that up to discussion, or like, hey, this is that let's discuss discussion. Like let's talk about what's actually going on with it, which I don't know.
What I like about
I find it interesting, but If you haven't seen it, then I mean it's kind of hard to discuss. But yes,
Quentin Tarantino takes a lot of improvisation. So when he has a lot of like hard to listen to like dialogue or like really like like what the fuck shock dialogue, it's probably from an actor themselves giving input because he's willing to take dialogue from them, and do like improv. So to make it more realistic, this is what I'd say,
if you're like a white if you're a white dude who gets handed a
and he's
script
willing to do that.
and like 80% of the dialogue is just the N word, it's like, you probably got to be like, how do I deal with this? I can't imagine something like even doing this YouTube fucking shit. It's like if I were to sit here and be like, if T sent me a script and was like, hey man, introduce me like this. This is my favorite N word. This is blah blah blah. And like I'd be like, dude, I can't say this. You understand that, right? Like it wouldn't work. But it's like when you're doing it in movies and to a certain aspect or whatever, or like a certain way, like there's ways that it works, I guess. And I guess if you're someone named Quentin Tarantino, apparently shit like that works. So I'm just curious how people would take that if that was handed to you. You know what I mean? Whether it's you, Rockefeller, whether it's you,
To me, I like it. I like watching people that
lie. Maybe I'm more curious about what Uncle T would feel about that because of certain connotations there. But
it shouldn't have to be that. It should be as tough as it is.
It shouldn't be, but it's the truth.
For somebody to hear it, and I like authenticity, whether it's hard to hear or not. And Quentin Tarantino will do that when it gets to like great one. Quentin Tarantino, Django Unchained. Jamie Foxx improvised a lot of those things, and a lot of the side banter from like the white people that are like slaves. It's hard to say, and people don't want to hear people say it, but it's part of the story, and it needs to be so you can understand that. What the fuck did he say? It's like, but some actor has to come out and portray that like is somebody that's aggressive, being passive aggressive, being fucking hateful, and if they don't portray it the right way, it's just bland. You know what I mean? So when Leonardo DiCaprio is great, he says that word several times in Django Unchained. And you know why? He's a great actor. He makes you think that he's not being hateful. He just grew up in the South and he says it left and right like fucking hello. I mean, to him, he's not being hateful. You know what I mean? That's just how he is. And that's a good acting job is when Leonardo DiCaprio's not really like that. But when you see his character in Django Unchained, you'd be like, this motherfucker is born a different way. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. And you need a good actor to be willing to go past it. I don't care what somebody's going to say when I say this word. Oh, well, it's like, it's right. That's my opinion.
Anybody can just not care. That's the power of not caring.
Mm-hmm.
I think what happens in it is it's just a word. It'll be okay. It's just a word. Now, if you're meant to mean it, there's no way for that word not to be offensive, right? And but it's just a word, man. It's just a word. It's just like saying blue, red, green, orange, or white. It's just a word, right? You give it meaning. It's crazy that word can just destroy somebody. Oh my God. You know what I mean? It's like a magic bullet.
It's how it's delivered. Another Quentin Tarantino, Inglourious Bastards. When he's in the house and he's saying, we don't take this as a derogatory comment because it's not. He's like, are you harboring Jews? And the way he says it's like, what the fuck? I can say that on YouTube without getting, struck. So that's why I said that. The other one, we're in your community guideline. But
you're getting struck right off my channel right now. You're about
actually, if you think about it, it's pretty wild that they didn't use any of the slurs for Jews. They just said Jews
because he's not hateful towards them. He just wants them gone.
But not a single character, like none of the Germans, none of the Nazis, none of them use any hateful stuff. They just refer to them as Jews.
Yes, but when he delivers saying just Jews, he says it with hate, like somebody that can say the word that we were talking before that. Christopher Waltz delivers it in a way that lets you know the character doesn't like this certain subset. That's all it is. And he delivers it with, I was grown up to let you know that there's nothing wrong with me not liking these people. This is my character. Deal with it. It's like, and it sets for an awesome villain.
The issue with that is is it how come it's okay to say that, but it's you know it's
Yeah,
how come it's not okay to say it, you know?
I have a question for you guys. If
In
I dip out for all of 2 minutes real quick, go ahead and refill my drink and use the
Why would you do
restroom.
that?
Will you
You better slurp on it. You better be putting water in there.
will you guys be able
Slurpee.
to hold it down? Like
We got you, bro.
you
Go
got
get
me
some
for
Slurpee.
like
We
2
got you.
minutes? 2 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. Oddly enough, my viewers will go up until my fucking horrible face comes back. But
While I'm talking about
thank
Quentin
you.
Tarantino movies, we'll keep it going. We'll talk about what's y'all's favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, because Tarantino to me is a fucking, I love him, man. I think he does some hard to watch shit, gory as hell, but I love him. What's your favorite, T?
I like
Tarantino.
Pulp Fiction, man. Pulp Fiction is really, really good, man.
That's a classic, bro. Andy?
Pulp Fiction. Yeah, probably Pulp Fiction. I think that's like his most iconic. The others are kind of a little bit silly for me. Like Inglourious Basterds is a little bit silly for me.
Inglourious Basterds, it's over
Like I
the top.
like it, but
That and Django Unchained to me seem like they're caricatures. They're like comic book versions. Like when in some of the parts of Django, like this shot, and it's like swooping. It's like a comic book like cinema version. Similar with Inglourious Basterds. It's like what you if you picked up a comic at that time when the war was going on, like it wasn't more like word bubbles and shit. It was over the top dramatic. We got the fucking this I forget his name, Aldo the Butcher. Like they had crazy names and crazy ways, the over the top dramatic ways of explaining it. And I think it was like a comic book version to try to get people, to sell the idea of what he's trying to convey, and I loved Inglourious Basterds, man. I fucking loved Inglourious Basterds. I think that was a very complex movie with a great villains, and there's like 2 or 3 shock and awe parts in it, but besides that, even the dialogue from maybe that's why I like Andor. It's similar to like Andor. It's very subtle, slow, fleshed out, and then something will happen eventually. You know what I mean? But until then, you just got to pay attention. That bar scene in Inglourious Basterds where the 3 are downstairs and the dude's fucking celebrating his kid being born is fucking phenomenal cinema, man. I love that part. Plant Terror is my. I've never heard of it.
His movies are. Yeah, I mean,
Am I losing you guys? Or are you losing
oh
me?
man, you remember 8mm by Nicolas Cage? You ever saw
Yes.
that?
Yep.
That was a hard movie to watch, man. Pause. It's just,
Yep.
it's like whoa, because it's shock value. I think that's what Quentin Tarantino represents. He represents shock value when he does his movies, man. You just like, damn, whoa, I can't believe I just saw that, right?
Yeah.
And it's the impact that he makes.
They put you in another perspective.
He can make
It's
an impact.
when you go into a movie, I'm not supposed to sit down and watch something I know, and it's supposed to put me into somebody else's element, whether it's comfortable or discomfortable. You're not supposed to, you're another viewpoint, a completely different perspective. And he does a good job of it, So it's like when it comes to James Gunn, we were talking about the Superman, he does like the buddy team up. I don't see Quentin Tarantino making a Superman movie would be fucking crazy, or Tim Burton. Those two, I think, would be making the craziest Superman movies ever, but they would never allow it. First off,
Tim Burton has lost his man. Tim Burton is not good anymore.
Tim Burton lost it now, but if Quentin Tarantino make a Superman fucking film, it'd be the craziest, nuttiest film in fucking Hollywood, and I guarantee it would bank. People, not with James Gunn making it, but. But he doesn't want to do shit like that.
I don't think James Gunn made a bad movie. I think James Gunn made a James Gunn movie. He didn't make a Superman movie. He made a James Gunn movie, just like he made a James Gunn Suicide Squad movie. Great premise, just it didn't fit the Zack Snyder universe. But he made a great James Gunn version of the Suicide Squad.
We need to make sure we all do a fucking panel for that when it comes out. Like I don't want Syfax going out 2 weeks early and watching Superman because he's got passes. We all need to make sure we go at the same time and watch it.
I'm not getting it early. I'm going out there same time that me, T, and probably DA are going out at the same time. Actually, there's a good chance that we'll probably all be seeing it at the exact same time at the same movie theater, because we all like, I don't know, we go to the same theater. But when you guys were talking about Quentin Tarantino and stuff, there was a movie which you guys were talking about, which is Pulp Fiction, that when I was about 13 years old, I did not see that movie. I was 13. No. I like at 13, I was hanging out with people. Like, I've always hung out with people that are much older than me and whatever. Like, I've always been like what people would say, like, you're an old soul or whatever. So I've always hung out with people that are older than me. But they told me, like, hey, there are certain movies you got to see that the best way that at the time, that what these people told me was like, this is a movie that'll make you like understand what being like a man is. Like, these are like being a man movies.
Oh,
and,
that's
Pulp Fiction was one of them. And so when I saw that, I was about 13.
Was that guy trying to put a watch up your butt?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that I was not. I did not like that experience of watching that movie when they were like, "Hey, by the way, just bend over and like right up there," and I'm like, "Dude, I thought prostate exams happen in your 40s, not at 13."
I just saw,
but you know, shit happens, whatever, But
Quentin says thoughts on 1923 finale. Did y'all answer that? I stepped away for a second.
Oh my god!
He was asking you, I think.
Wait, I missed that. Wait, how do I make other people freaking? I feel like I just make everybody that's on my stream a mod.
I think they have to be in the back as like one of your admins on the stream to be able to.
Oh, so I can just pick you again because fuck you. Like,
I liked 1923. Katie was quite pissed about the ending of 1923.
I was actually pretty disappointed with the ending of it. Like, it was because like the way that it was set up and everything that actually played out. Like, you saw where it was coming, and then when it finally got there, it was like, it was so dissatisfying. Like, it wasn't like there was like a crazy big payoff or anything. It was just like you knew what was happening because it gave you it the whole time while you're watching it. So it's not that you need something that's surprising or kind of insane or like very left field out of nowhere type of deal. But as you're watching it, it was
what happened? Why was quiet?
It was unsatisfying. Wait, am I quiet?
I think it's supposed to be unsatisfying because it's supposed to be like this kind of heartbreaking explanation for why that family is so ruthless.
Yeah, I'm noticing every time I talk, my viewership goes down. So I'm gonna let everybody else talk. Like, do I still sound that drunk? I thought I like kind of like relatively talked myself into soberness, but if I did not do that, oh my god, I'm sorry. You pay attention to
viewership? I don't ever do that.
I usually do not, but lately I have been because look, I'm doing these things at weird hours and whatever, and I'm even in the title of the stream, I'm like, I'm letting it ride, or like I'm just let's keep it going, type of deal. And it's been working out for my streams so far, and I appreciate it. But if oddly enough, if I'm oddly the problem in my own streams, I will shut the fuck up. That's no problem. Like I will quit talking. It's all good.
Here's some comments. Barbara Snack said, like, yes, Syfax, like you do. Boys Potato said, you sound 60% drunk. You're still good.
Have you tried doing like those reaction videos where you just like you point up
Salty
and
bucket.
they have
I
the
didn't know
video
you were gonna
playing as it's and you just point and make facial expressions?
Well, Vorpal said, "Nah, you will not." Or no, you will not. Or nah, yeah, will not. Okay, I believe you. I don't know what that means, but
What's up,
all
voice
right.
protagonist?
Look. I feel I've been getting a good amount of viewers through the streams that I've been doing, and once people point out how drunk maybe I sound or whatnot, and I have no problem admitting this, I have definitely been drinking on the streams. Dude, I tried to use the like my body versus concrete technique, and concrete won. Like concrete absolutely won that conflict, and I've been hurt for like the whole week. Like I, I've been finding bruises on myself that I didn't know were there, like within the last couple days. Like I was just like, and that happened on fucking Sunday, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, so everything has not been awesome as far as like how much my body's randomly been hurting, and then I'm finding new bruises. I'm finding like there's gashes in places that I didn't realize I hit. It's been fucking gnarly, man. So yeah, I've been just continuing on with talking about whatever subjects are going on, but also at the same time talking randomly mentioning like the stupid fall that I had, which I feel is it's in the past, but at the same time, that shit's still kicking my ass in the future. Like, you know what I mean? Like that it kind of sucked. But anyways, if people have other things they want to talk about, let's keep going because like I can only fall so many times. Like, fuck. It was. Oh my god. Okay, here. Let me go ahead and. So Rafa Balde is laughing at me. Very appropriate. Very appropriate. I see you, Rafa. I see you. I see you. So Rafa, what's next? Probably me. Like I don't know, eating shit face forward, and hopefully actually getting it on video. that would be great. That would be great. We got
Darth
Joseph
Andy.
Lanham was saying Vorpal Snack. Kung Fu was a great fucking show. Kwai Chang Kane is one of my favorite TV show characters. I don't know what like half of those words mean. Like I mean I do, but I don't know what they mean is like are any of these shows, are they a character in a show? What is this, Joseph? Please explain yourself. You drink something so good it kicked your ass into the future, and damn, what was it? Actually, oddly enough, the day that I like ate shit, I was completely sober. I was just cocky. I was just like, dude, I used to do like a single track riding on mountain bikes and whatever. And my friend was like, he let me use his like electric bike, which goes up to like 30, 35 miles an hour. But he was like, the brakes are shot. And I was like, nah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's cool. I got it. And then I like swerved out of the way of a car and I went to jump the curb. But because like if you know like shocks work, like you have to like lift up and then lift up again. So it's like if you haven't been riding for a while, which I have not, you're like dude, like you have like a delay, and then you also have to lift up even harder, and that shit basically I was like, huh, and I cased the front of the fucking tires right into the sidewalk, and I was like, hit, and I'm not gonna lie, there's my first thought was like, dude, did anyone get that on video? Because I want to be able to show that to other people, because I have to look retarded. I have to look I have to look like the dumbest I've ever thought ever. Like, that was literally my first thought. I'm like, oh my god, there's no way I don't look stupid right now. And but no one even is nice enough to even like pull over and be like, hey man, you okay? I'm sitting there like, dude, my face is covered in blood just because it was like a cut above my head and everything. I'm just like sitting there like just trying to like, get I pulled the bike over to the side, and like I'm sitting there like worrying about my friend's bike that I borrowed. I'm sitting there like wiping that down with my own shirt, and I'm sitting there all that everything about the experience was freaking terrible. And I'm just like, oh my god. And then I just walk my fucking happy ass back to where I fucking live at. And it was not great. But I sat there the whole time just thinking like, dude, if I had a video of this, it would be hilarious. Like that would be my viral video. Like, look at Syfax just fucking eat concrete at fucking 25 miles an hour, like on his friend's stupid fucking electric bike. And it's just like, and like whatever. It would have been fantastic. And I'm like, slurfax. Dude, I'm not even slurring anymore. You need to shut up. That's just how I talk in general. If I was slurring, I would sound like this. Come on.
No, they're saying you sound like Captain Jack Sparrow. What? You sound like, right, Mike?
I sound fine when I start talking like a little bit faster. Give me a break. Shut up,
man. Chat is crazy.
I got videos to play of you, man. I got them. Like, you really, I can hit you back with some funnier videos. Let's go. It's my channel.
I'm literally not gay. I'm literally not gay, so I'm fine.
Oh, are you not? Are you not?
Literally not.
Are you not? Because
I know I'm not doing Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3.
Turn around and tell those people. Tell them, I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women.
Yeah, so that was T leaving the Evan T meetup because there was just not enough single white women out there. Mainly white women, but yeah.
I don't really touch pink toes no more, man. I don't really mess with them.
Did you just say pink toes?
Yeah. I don't mess with pink toes no more. No more, man.
Dude, I almost feel like I don't know what that means until I thought about it, and now I need to find a clip to make that a thing. But by the way, the next time you come on, I'm gonna have a different clip for you. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna find one.
Ladies, I gotta bow gracefully. I gotta get ready to go take the boys to school for the day. Last day of the week, Friday, so we gotta finish strong.
Congratulations, brother.
I got to roll too. It's been real.
So,
well, with that being said, let's go ahead and just go ahead and end the whole thing. And so let's go around the horn here from the top to the bottom with Uncle T. Uncle T, what do you got coming up? And anything new? Are you doing some more cooking stuff? What are you up to, dude?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm trying to get so I can post some videos, man. I keep recording videos, man, but they don't save, man, in freaking CapCut, man. So, geez,
CapCut's been screwing me over. I'm trying to find the new one, like it's something
record
new.
in Streamlab.
I understand.
I mean, StreamYard. Record them here. You can do recordings on this.
Really?
Well, you gotta pay
when you
for
go
it.
in,
You gotta pay for
you
it.
get
But yeah.
5 free hours recording every month, just so you get 20 hours free streaming every month.
Wow.
So
gotta
you can
do it.
record. Yeah, I mean, if you do 30-minute fucking episodes, that's fucking what 10? I can't do math anymore. Something like that. 5 hours. Yeah, I think it's like 10.
Okay. I'm gonna try.
So,
But I got nothing.
Uncle T has been trying to do some videos, but is there anything that you've been wanting to talk about or discuss, or do you have anything coming up? And then
I don't really have anything, man. Really, man. I'm just chilling, man. Like I said, I got a whole new, right now it's training camp for a lot of my ladies, man. So, we're trying to get them whip in shape, man, so they could be, riding together, man. I'm people coming out of the woodworks like, hey, what's up, T? And I'm like, hey, so really, I just had to cut one last night too, man. Sad, dude. She didn't hug me right, fellas. If they don't hug you right, man, get rid of them, dude. I wasn't feeling her hug. I was like, don't hug me like I'm your homeboy. You better hug me. What's up? But it's okay, man, because I replaced her with this other one I got, man. Oh man, nice kid. Well, she's not a kid, she's a grown woman.
So T has possible videos coming up while also he's going through his roster. And there you go. And then we have Andy, obviously from Hold My DualShock. Andy, Andy, what are you doing lately, man? What do you guys got coming up for people from my channel that maybe not know who you are or whatever?
I think we're gonna do a Wednesday stream. We're adding a Wednesday stream, and then.
I was trying to add a Wednesday stream, but okay.
What
time are you doing yours?
It's like 5 p.m. Central Time.
Son of a bitch.
So early. That's about it. Of course, I'm gonna do my 24-hour stream May 3rd. The spite stream for Syfax's birthday. Yeah. But no. Just the Wednesdays.
So, at first I was like, "Is that a joke, man?" But at the same time, I was like, the only night most people are like, the only day and or night, whatever, most people don't do shit has been Wednesdays, and I was like, "Oh, that would be a good time for me to do shit." Like right now, obviously,
we've always
look, this whole week, obviously, I've been doing stuff on Tuesdays, Wednesday. Actually, I've been basically doing something every night, but the main nights or late nights has been doing like after party streams or whatever when DA would normally be doing his stuff. And it's been like working out and people have been watching and like, that's cool. That's great. But I'm like, okay, well, let me find out throughout the week what would be the times. And Wednesday is like kind of the main night. I've seen nobody kind of really do anything. So as soon as you said that, I'm like, son of a bitch. God damn it. But with that being said, what's up, Rockefeller? What do you got coming up, brother?
Tonight I'm gonna do my Friday night YouTube and chill. This will be my 3rd episode of my new channel. So if anybody wants to hang out, you just let me know. I'll send all 3 of y'all a link. If Andy, I don't think I can send you one because we're not friends on Twitter. You didn't accept my follow.
You got me on Twitter? I don't handle the Twitter. It's Twitter.
But I'm gonna.
Andy hates Rockefeller and Twitter confirmed. Like,
besides, I just use that for links. I'm gonna be doing my Friday night YouTube and chill, like a 2-hour just playing bullshit clips, having a couple of friends on. Y'all might not seen them, some of my gamer friends. Open the invites to y'all if y'all want to come. And so again, just Friday night drinking, slurring, hanging out. 2 hours, so it's a start.
Drinking and slurring. It sounds like one of my streams. What's going on?
Yeah, and then bonfires and coffees Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m., which we'll be doing today too.
Awesome. So if anybody out there wants to check out any of these awesome people, like a lot of them have been awesome enough to have me on their streams. And then, well, obviously, if you're watching my stuff right now, you've seen me have them on mine. And that's, I feel, been going pretty awesome so far. Like, I'm getting an unnecessary amount of viewers based on the amount of subscribers I have. But at the same time, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, go ahead and join in on the conversation. Like if you're new here or whatever, you will also see that I probably will give you an invite, sometimes even in the chat, to go ahead and join on and throw out your opinion and whatnot. You are invited. You are absolutely welcome on. And whether I'm slurring or the other people around me are holding down the conversation, you'll be invited. Come join. But yes, other than that, thank you for joining. Oh my God, I heard an echo on that. But go ahead and join. Well, this is a side cap. More than likely, you'll be seeing them called sidecast, possibly gallows, or actually, Rockefeller gave me a great idea of calling hanging, or whatever, because I have a very controversial
hanging with Gallows the Media.
Yeah, it's very controversial.
I
But
want to do that. Yeah.
yeah. So Uncle T is absolutely invited to that shit.
I probably don't want to do that.
Don't invite the African Americans. Sorry, Andy. It's just going to not look
Where
good.
is fucking African America? Jesus, where is that?
He actually is. He's actually from there. So he's
not your fault, Andy. It's just gonna look bad on the channel if we do. You know what I mean?
T, you want to run Africa America with me? We can be the rulers of Africa America together.
There you go. There it is. This mythical place. Is that Atlantis?
Is that Atlantis? Oh my God. Okay, look. So whatever keeps happening with whatever I'm doing, you'll get some more ridiculousness with all these awesome people, if they could come back after whatever the fuck we just said. Jesus Christ. But anyways, that is the end of the stream, and peace out. See you later.